Rodon for 7 earned. So, you look at that game, and I don't have an official play on it yet. I haven't placed a bet on this game. The only game I've placed a bet on so far is that late Dodger game. But I would lean Braves plus the 115 on the money line. I would lean my favorite lean, Stroman under 17.5 outs. Last I saw, you only had to lay 105 odds on that one. I like under 17.5 outs. If this Braves lineup, if you're going to beat them, you're probably striking them out. Stroman's last 3 starts, I think 2 of them he had 2 strikeouts, the other he had 3, right? He's not a strikeout pitcher. So in a little tiny bandbox that is Yankee Stadium, if you're going to let Atlanta put the ball in play, I think bad things are going to happen to you. And I've got 2 strikeouts, the other he had 3, right? He's not a strikeout pitcher. So in a little tiny bandbox that is Yankee Stadium, if you're going to let Atlanta put the ball in play, I think bad things are going to happen to you. And I've got zero faith in Stroman today. And moving forward, I agree with your analysis a lot on this rotation. Cole's coming back, but I don't think the guys who carried them early in the year are going to be able to. So, Jared, we got about 45 seconds left. I'm curious your thoughts. I have a plus 190 preseason ticket on the Orioles to win the division. They're actually now in the loss column, a game ahead of the Yankees. How do you feel about that almost 2-1 future?
I would hold on to it and root for the Orioles. I don't think that's a bad bet. I think a good trick to use when you're trying to handicap pitcher props, if you see the total go up, bet the under on outs, bet the under on strike, right? Bet negative pitcher props, see the total go up. If the total goes down, bet positive pitcher props. Good way, because usually the prop market moves after the full game total market will.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's my lean. Stroman under 17.5, Braves money line. We'll get back to the diamond in a little bit. We've got other games to get to. Guys, don't go anywhere. It's Live Bet Saturday.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Find what you love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. All kinds of beers and thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low. It just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly. B21.
Responsible sports betting starts with a game plan. That means stick to a budget. Keep it social by playing with friends. Learn the game and know the odds. Play with trusted, legal operators. And if you need help, reach out. If you're getting in on the action, visit haveagameplan.org to learn more.
UFC 303 is here, and there are amazing matchups happening in Vegas. You can get in on all the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of UFC. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code VEGAS. That's code VEGAS for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Or in West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 plus. Age varies by jurisdiction. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Deposit and eligibility restrictions apply. See terms, eligibility, and responsible gaming resources at dkng.com/MMA.
I'm Mike Golick Jr.
And I'm Mike Golick Sr.
Join us for Gojo and Golick
on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
After all these years, Dad, you're back on the radio, playing all of the hits back to back to back.
Please don't ever do that again. We're going to be talking about the biggest news in the wide world of sports, pop culture, food, and so much more.
Catch Gojo and Golic at noon Eastern or 9 a.m. Pacific right here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
God bless football, Billy Gill.
God bless football, Stugotz.
Join us every week. We break down everything going on in the world of football. We get some of the best guests in the country. We do it all with Mike Golic, Chris Sims, a former wrestler, and a former Yankee middle reliever.
And his assistant.
And his assistant, who we're not certain is his assistant. God bless football.
Don't wait until fall to start betting the NFL. Get a jump start now with the VSiN NFL Betting Guide and get prepared for this NFL season like never before. The guide has in-depth breakdowns for all 32 teams, best bets from our VSiN experts, playoff predictions, award market previews, and more. The guide comes out Thursday, and the only way to get it is to be a VSiN Pro subscriber. Head to vsin.com/pro to sign up and join the Sports Betting Network.
This is Live Bet Saturday on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
With our NFL Betting Guide dropping this Thursday, there's never been a better time to become a VSiN Pro subscriber. Our all-new NFL Betting Guide is your secret weapon for the upcoming season with in-depth profiles of every team, advanced stats, proven betting systems, and betting trends. You'll have all the tools you need to bet smarter this season. Plus, our experts share their top bets on season win totals, futures, and props, giving you the insights you need to get ahead of the action. To get the guide, you must be a VSiN Pro subscriber. So, for a limited time, get that annual subscription to VSiN Pro at an unbeatable price. Normally $240 a year, you can subscribe now for just $199 with the promo code LIVE. Plus, we'll throw in an extra month free. That's 13 months of VSiN Pro access to everything we do, including our daily best bets, 24/7 video like the one you may be watching right now, premium analysis, exclusive betting splits data, and all our special edition betting guides to keep you betting smarter all year long. Don't miss out on our all-new NFL Betting Guide and this incredible offer. Visit vsin.com/subscribe right now with the promo code LIVE to get 13 months of VSiN Pro for just $199. That's vsin.com, VSIN/subscribe. All right, it's Live Bet Saturday. I'm Joe Serralo, as always, joined by my guy, Jared Smith, and we're going to take it to the Progressive guest line. We're calling north of the border for our buddy, Andrew McKinnis, because, guys, we've got a Game 7 coming up on Monday. Andrew, how you doing, man?
I mean, how can I not be great? I'm so excited. Everyone's favorite words in sports, Game 7, guys. A little bit different than the last time that we spoke about this Oilers team, and I think a lot of people discounted this team, and here we are in Game 7.
Yeah, totally different vibe. Go ahead, Joe.
I was just going to say, Andrew, Game 7, Jared and I were talking in that opening block about the price disparity, how all of a sudden it's shrunk despite Florida having home ice. It's come down from 20, 30 cents. Now they're just $1.15 favorite. Edmonton, the underdog, you're still having to lay $1.05. How do you handicap this one? Do you think momentum plays a factor? We were discussing how, I believe it does, but PK Subban said otherwise the other day. How do you cap this one going into Game 7?
I think you couldn't have introed it any better, because that's the biggest question you have to ask yourself is how much do you care about momentum? How much do you care about recency bias? And I think that it's hard to ignore the recency that we've seen. It's hard to ignore the success from the Oilers, because if we're being frank, it looks like we've seen two different teams play each other for the last 3 games compared to the first 3 games of the series. Although I do think the Oilers probably deserved a better fate in Game 1, we've seen like an absolute flip of the script in the last 3 games. So how do I handicap this game here in Game 7? I think we're going to see goals. I mean, what's the biggest thing everyone can say that will be consistent? The Oilers can solve Bobrovsky. So whatever the Panthers are going to do to the Oilers, I'm confident this Oilers team is going to be doing the exact same thing. They're going to go above the blocker. They're going to go top left corner, middle left side of the net, and beat Bobrovsky. So one of my favorite plays for the game is over 2.5 team total for the Edmonton Oilers. I understand with doing that, I'm turning a short dog price into a little bit of a favorite, but 3 straight games for this Oilers team reaching at least the 3-goal mark. and they're getting goals from not just their fourth line, but their third line, second line, first line. To me, that's the biggest difference. Guys, Connor McDavid did not have one shot on goal yesterday, not one assist, not one goal, and they scored 5 goals. That's really amazing for this Oilers team.
Yeah, I think the biggest curiosity I have is do you think the over, Andrew, is tied to Edmonton, right? Is that a correlated side? Like if the over hits, probably a better chance that the Oilers win? Or do you think the Panthers can win a high-scoring game with Edmonton?
I think it is certainly correlated at this point. I think you look at the way that the Florida Panthers play, the style that they are kind of built on, and what got them the 3-0 lead is a very simple chip and chase style of hockey. They do not overcomplicate it. They try to hold on to the puck as very little as they can. They get in deep, they forecheck, they hit you hard, and they try and capitalize on mistakes. And the biggest thing I've noticed different about this Oilers team, they're just getting rid of the puck out of their own end as fast as they can. Whether they have to ice the puck, whether they have a forward waiting back to receive a pass, something has been a little bit different. So I would say it's certainly correlated. I really would, because I think that at this point, sure, the Florida Panthers have talent. They've got forwards that can score. There's no doubt about that. But I think that their job is going to be protect their own end. I wouldn't be surprised to see kind of a park the bus under 1.5 first period, similar to what we saw in Game 6, and then kind of an offensive explosion in the second and third period between these two teams. But to me, the depth has just been the biggest factor. I always thought going into this series, Florida was the deeper team. I'm pretty sure you guys would agree with me on that. But at this point right now, if Barkov, Reinhart, some of those guys aren't doing anything, that's about it. But when you've got guys like Connor Brown, Adam Henrique scoring goals, that's a dangerous thing for this Oilers team.
Yeah, who would have thought Adam Henrique would be scoring goals in the Stanley Cup like it's 2012 all over again? If you don't follow him already, make sure you head over to Twitter and follow our guy Andrew at McInnes Picks. Catch him on Wager Talk TV as well. Andrew, I want to talk about the goaltending here a bit, because every time Jared and I talk hockey with a guest of ours, the consensus seems to be, we don't trust Stuart Skinner as far as we could throw him. But I'm starting to notice a trend here with Skinner, and that he'll start off a series really shaky. Usually it's 1 or 2 games, not 3, like was the case here. But now, if you look at him, holding Florida to 5 goals in the last 3 games, is Skinner a guy you'd invest in? I don't see a market for it just yet. The game is still 49 hours away. But could you see yourself looking at a saves prop or an under goals prop for the Florida Panthers? Do you trust Stuart Skinner on the road here in Game 7, given what we've seen games 4, 5, and 6?
The guy just seems so even keel. He seems so calm. He's so poised in the net. You could not convince me that guy's playing in a Game 6 or now about to go to a Game 7, guys. He looks so relaxed in the net. Like I said, I got to give credit. The defense has stepped it up. And I will say that there's not enough credit given to players like McDavid and even Draisaitl, Nugent Hopkins about their defensive play. People just talk about the actual defensemen, but I think the forwards have done a good job as well. But you talk about the goalie props. I don't see any right now either, but I actually would look towards the under on saves for Stuart Skinner. I really would. I know that the Florida Panthers they'll have that mindset to throw everything they can at the net. But a big difference from the first 3 games to the last 3 games, the Oilers were very selective. They were very picky with their shot selection. And now it's the opposite. The Panthers are very selective, and the Oilers are throwing everything they possibly can at the net. So, I mean, if they can't get over 20 shots on goal, how can he go over 25.5 saves? To me, the under is the best bet. I'm very interested in this total, how it'll work out. Obviously, guys, we needed 2 empty net goals for overbettors to cash on Friday. But I still think that both goalies will let a few goals in on Monday night.
Andrew, let's pivot to the draft. It's actually going to be here in Vegas. I think it's this weekend, or the following weekend, excuse me, next weekend. And I'm looking at the markets here. There's more markets up for the draft than I expected there to be. I don't know if the NHL draft is something you take part in. Obviously, other drafts are very popular betting events. How does the NHL draft stack up, and is there anything catching your eye for next week at the Sphere?
I'm excited for this draft. It's one of those drafts where there aren't like a ton of players that pop out besides the expected number 1 overall pick there with Macklin Celebrini. But the good news about that, it really makes it kind of a roll of a dice for the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th overall pick. Jared, I'll say this because I will be honest, I haven't handicapped the draft quite yet. But as a Montreal Canadiens fan, I have been following along with the 5th overall pick. And I'm going to give out Caden Lindstrom at plus 240 to become a Montreal Canadian. There's a lot of talk about Ivan Demidov. He is very similar to Michkov. The Russian league, the KHL, the contracts that they have, it worries a lot of teams because for the Philadelphia Flyers with Michkov, who was drafted last year, they're not sure if they're going to get him on the team next year, the year after that, the year after that. They don't know when he's going to come over to North America. You're taking a risk. I think Caden Lidstrom is the kind of player the Montreal Canadiens need. So the betting market for that will be what will be the 5th overall pick or who will be. And I think Lidstrom is a great bet.
Good stuff.
Andrew, incredible stuff, man. Yeah. Hey, I want to, in 30 seconds or less, get your take on this. You talked about McDavid not scoring a single point in Game 6. His prop market there is 1.5. Obviously, everyone else, it's a half point. For McDavid, it's 1.5. Would you touch McDavid on the prop market? Or is there anyone else you like as a point scorer that you want to give out, like I said, under 30 seconds as we wrap up here?
I'll go over 1.5 McDavid. I mean, the simple handicap here is exactly what you said. No goals the last game. He was kind of more of a defensive factor. I do like that one quite a bit. We're going to go with a good one here with Bouchard to get a goal. Defenseman for the Oilers, also like his assist prop. But guys, I'm really looking forward to the game. Hope the Oilers get it done. We're going to take the over team total over 2.5 for the Oilers.
Good stuff, Andrew.
Really appreciate you, man. Andrew McInnes, go follow him on Twitter. At McInnes Picks, really appreciate the time. Jared, would you touch the McDavid 1.5 over?
If Andrew likes it, I'm going under. He's our guy.
Okay. He's going to fade him. Look at that. Guys, don't go anywhere. A lot to get to. It's Live Bet Saturday right here on VSiN.
UFC 303 is here, and there are amazing matchups happening in Vegas. You can get in on all the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of UFC. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code VEGAS. That's code VEGAS for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Or in West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 plus. Age varies by jurisdiction. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Deposit and eligibility restrictions apply. See terms, eligibility, and responsible gaming resources at dkng.com/MMA.
The summer months are here, which means you're going to have to bet on baseball. This is VSiN MLB analyst Adam Burke, and my daily article is here to help you navigate betting baseball each and every day. I break down pitching matchups, study analytics, look at weather reports, and more to help find best bets on the MLB card every day. My article is only available to VSiN Pro subscribers. To become a subscriber and get help betting baseball this summer, as well as everything else VSiN has to offer, head to vsin.com/pro.
Looking for the ultimate sports betting podcasts? VSiN has got you covered. With a wide range of podcasts covering every major sport, we're here to help you make smarter bets every season. The Baseball Betting Show with Greg Peterson gives you daily insights into finding value on each day's MLB card. And check out Long Shots, where we deep dive into the world of golf betting, providing you with expert insights to help you bet every tournament. Find all of these podcasts and more at vsin.com/podcasts or your favorite podcast platform.
Don't wait until fall to start betting the NFL. Get a jump start now with the VSiN NFL betting guide and get prepared for this NFL season like never before. The guide has in-depth breakdowns for all 32 teams, best bets from our VSiN experts, playoff predictions, award market previews, and more. The guide comes out Thursday, and the only way to get it is to be a VSiN Pro subscriber. Head to vsin.com/pro to sign up and join the Sports Betting Network.
If you didn't catch the Lombardi line, here's what you missed.
Will Daniel Jones live up to his contract this year? Because it's going to be critical for him and this New York Giants franchise.
The answer is no. I mean, he's never done it. He doesn't, like I wrote about today, he doesn't even deserve this contract. He's the only quarterback in NFL history who has a $100 million contract and has never thrown for 3,500 yards or passed for 25 touchdowns or more. It's the only one. Like, he's brought nothing to the table to deserve this other than John Mara drafted him. I mean, that's it. That's it. And here's the part that's worrisome. He has to run to be more effective. And if he runs, is he going to get hurt? That's going to be a real issue, Stormy.
The Lombardi Line, weekdays at 1 p.m. Eastern, weekends at 10 a.m. Eastern on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
From Brooklyn Memorial Stadium, Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network, presents Cleveland Cobras football. It is time for Cobras game day. Mark Means, Dave Clark, Dave Ferris in for Jim Craven and the coach Bob Gessler. And we've got quite a matchup in Tier 1 of the Tri-Point Football League. The 5-0, 3-0 Erie Express, the 3-2, 3-0 in the Tri-Point Football League, Cleveland Cobras. This is the game of the year so far in the Tri-Point Football League.
Absolutely. You got them undefeated within their division and conference, so they're going to really go at it tonight. We know we're going to get a game tonight.
And the biggest factor before we even talk about the matchup is the weather. The weather has been absolutely a factor, feels like forever now. Yes. And, low 90s, overcast, which is going to be a blessing for the players. And pretty much everywhere you go, there's a decent breeze.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we've seen once we went down on the field to feel that breeze. They're going to need that, but they're going to have to stay hydrated. We'll probably see a few more extra timeouts to give them the chance to get that water because it's one night that's unbelievable as far as this heat and humidity. That's the thing that's really the tough thing. The humidity is hard to breathe.
And we've got some breaking news that we just found out moments before we went on the air. A familiar name back at the quarterback spot for the Erie Express tonight. They are bringing back Brandon Hanna to the quarterback spot, a quarterback that helped them win 2 semi-pro football national championships, and he's back under center tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's a blessing for them because they done had some injuries at that position, and to be able to get him under wraps and back with this football team, got to pump some energy into them tonight, and I'm sure they're ready to get going.
Dave, as we talked about on our way here, this is your type of game tonight because these two teams are keyed by their defense. The visiting Erie Express give up just 7 points per game. They put up consecutive shutouts. They have not given up a point in their last 8 quarters.
Yeah, and, everybody talks offense. We love offense, but you know what? I don't care at any level. I don't care how the game has changed. It still comes down to playing good defense and then playing good defense in big moments. And that's when we got to see when big crunch moments come, who plays the best defense at that time.
Cobras doing that exact same thing. You thought 7 points per game defensively was impressive. The Cobras giving up just 4.7 points per game defensively in their first 3 tri-point games. Also, 2 consecutive shutouts, no points surrendered in 8 quarters.
Yeah, and that's I'm telling you, that's why I'm just looking forward. It should be a hard-hitting game. When you see those type of statistics, defense matters for both teams, and nobody wants to get that one-upmanship, as they say, from one or the other. So you will see some hitting tonight.
And I had a chance to see Erie play the Mahoning Valley Federals last week. They have a talented kicker in Eric Rockwood. The Cobras have a talented kicker in the very experienced Ben Lyons, and those two guys could be a big factor tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, because, I mean, if their defense, the key is to get in some type of area where you be able to even get a shot at kicking it. So those kickers are going to be very important tonight.
We are just about 10 minutes away from kickoff on a hot and steamy evening here in Brooklyn. We'll take our first timeout on Cobras Game Day. We will come back, look at the starting lineups and who these two teams have coming up on their schedules. You're listening to Cleveland Cobras Broadcast Network on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
And Gessler Propane is your local supplier, then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday 10 to 4 and Saturday 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane, they got gas.
Malutic Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Malutic_live. And remember, our fans come first.
The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Tyree Knight, number 2 of the Cleveland Cobras, and you're listening to the Tri-Point Football League on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One Network. Go Cobras.
You usually wore one.
Yeah, that's what you got on now.
Pre-game show continues. Here it is Cleveland Cobras Game Day as we get you set for tonight's matchup between the Express and the Cobras. Looking inside the projected starting lineups because you never know.
Absolutely.
Things kind of change on the fly. Offensively, we just mentioned Brandon Hanna to get the start at quarterback. They will run a 2-back set a lot of times. Will the Express either we'll see some old school action, they'll give it to the fullback, Lawrence Hughes to carry the ball, Steve Smith also one of their leading carriers. Up across the offensive line, Devon Barnes, Todd Russell, Travis Schaefer, Mitchell Northrup, and Sebastian Barker are the big men up front. And this is where the experience lies for the Erie Express. It's at receiver. Terry Jackson, Corin Williams, Antonio Batista. They've got a lot of experience in that receiving core.
And that's very important when you want to put together a good passing game. These guys know how to get to the markers and get them chains moving. You want to experience receivers in that, and then bring back the quarterback that they've had in the past and winning these championships. Just makes it even much better for them tonight.
Looking at the projected starting 11 offensively for your Cleveland Cobras, led at quarterback by David Slap Thompson, who wears number 4. The running back Malik Gaddy will wear 24. Wide receivers including Tyree Knight, D'Angelo Thompson, and Jerry Cecil. And we will also see some of big number 89, Matthew Wise, who will occasionally line up in the slot or he'll move inside as an extra blocker at tight end.
And that those guys are going to be important because one of the things we're going to have to see who's able to establish that type of offense and keep the chains moving. And that's going to be key to this ball game because of this heat.
Big men up front include Brandon Antel, number 50, Elijah Bibbs, number 55, Taylor Johnson, 59, and DeAndre Carter, number 77. And we round out the offensive line with Lamoris Dillard, number 95. And so many questions in a game like this. And you wonder, do you change your maybe typical thought pattern of whether you want to take the ball or you want to defer, not only because of the heat, but knowing that these teams just don't give up points.
Yeah, it's going to be a very important decision on when they win, whoever wins the toss, because that's the key. Do you want to do that? Do you want to get right on offense and go right after that defense, or would you rather sit back and see what's going to happen from the get-go? And we'll find that out. Normally, we don't never see it.
Right. We're always talking.
Yeah, we're always – but we'll find out shortly.
And, it brings that question, do you want to put your offense out there when you're fresh to start the day?
Yeah.
Or do you want to put your offense out there after you've had a chance to rest and hydrate coming out of halftime?
Yeah, that's why that toss and what you want to do is so important, because you're going to have to – all those things and factors comes in to that decision tonight. Just because of the weather. Just think of that. Because of this weather, it's going to be an important decision on who wins this toss.
Yeah, that is going to be a big factor. And, you look at it, too, and it's one of those where it's the question of attrition. How deep can you go? How many guys will you play?
Yeah, and that's how deep is that bench. You're going to have to need all manpower tonight with this type of weather that we have. You're going to have everybody ready to go, because you're going to need them.
Update from the action over on a City View Sportscast with the two Matts, Matt Lipsack and Matt Emps. Second quarter, and the Mahoning Valley Federals with a 12-0 lead over the Ohio Legends, who have not dented the scoreboard so far here in 2024.
And still haven't. So now it's going to be something to know. I'm sure it feels good to be up in a ball game finally, and maybe they can try to get their first win. It's going to be tough going tonight for that team that goes home still without a win on their record.
As we look ahead on the schedule for these two teams, Cobras on the road next week. They head to the Steel City Bobcats, who are 1-2 and play in the greater Pittsburgh area. For the Express, they are home next week, and they face my absolute favorite name in the Tri-Point Football League. They are going to have the Beaver County Arctic Bengals, who are 1-2 next week at home.
Yeah, I just love that name. Like we said, we didn't know any Bengals were actually in the Arctic, but I love it.
Yeah, there are a lot of great names in semi-pro football. It kind of gives you that feeling of Division III football, where there's a lot of great nicknames for some small schools. We have got the premier game in the Tri-Point Football League so far this year in Tier 1. It is the top-seeded Cleveland Cobras, who are 3-0, averaging 23.7 a game, giving up 4.7 against the Erie Express, who are also 3-0, giving up 7 points per game, scoring 23.3. That'll do it for Cobras Game Day. When we come back, kickoff of tonight's premier matchup in the Tri-Point Football League. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras Broadcast Network on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
See them knocking at the front door, leaving me less than what I had before.
Johnson in shotgun, one receiver to the near side. Send a man in motion, slot. That'll be the slot receiver to Golson. Quick pass over the middle, and he's going to hit Abe Taylor for the touchdown, 11 yards.
Run for cover, might get loud. From the bottom to the top, yeah. Our echoes break walls. It's about to get loud.
Wallace is the quarterback. Johnson is the tailback to his left. 4th down and just about 5. Wallace back to pass. Offensive line gives him time. Going to take a deep shot. Has a man wide open in the end zone for the touchdown.
He'll try a 31-yard field goal. Steve Anthony on the snap, and Townsend will be the holder. Snap is back. Kick is up. And it is good. So with 2:25 left here in the fourth quarter.
See them knocking at the front door, leaving me less than what I had before. Seeing red, I gotta let it
Still there, oh say does the stars spangled banner yet waves o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good job.
Western
Good job.
Reserve Radio presents Cleveland Cobras football here this afternoon on the iMedia One Network. Mark Means, Dave Clark, Dave Ferris in for Jim Craven, who you heard earlier today on Western Reserve Radio, and the coach Bob Gessler in a fantastic rendition of the national anthem gets us ready for tonight's kickoff.
Oh, yeah, get you ready and going. And she belted it out there for us and ready to play some football now.
It is the Erie Express 5-0, 3-0. The Cleveland Cobras 3-2, 3-0, and featuring two of the top defenses in the Tri-Point Football League. And we are ready for what should be just an absolute top-notch semi-pro football game.
It absolutely is. It just has to be. I mean, these are the two best teams we know going up against each other. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. And it's going to be interesting to see the quarterback play from each team, because they are going to be key going up against these defenses.
And both of these teams like to run the football. You're going to see it's kind of old school, run the rock and play defense.
Yeah, and, you know, that's the type of football I like. A lot of rough and tumble type of game, and that's really definitely up my alley there.
Said the former professional defensive back who likes defense.
Oh, I love it. Just love it.
We are ready to bring you this fantastic game here on Western Reserve Radio. The Express set to kick. The Cobras will send twin returners back deep as they will both settle inside the 15-yard line. And we welcome you to everyone tuning in for this one across the Tri-Point Football League. He'll approach the football, a loud thud as we are underway from the 15-yard line. Looking for a block across the 20 to the 25, still on his feet across the 30 and out near the 33-yard line. And that is where the Cobras will begin with their opening possession on the return by that's DeAndre Daniels, number 13 on the return. And here come the Cobras out onto the field for their opening possession. Dave, left to right here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and not bad field position. I was wondering what was going on. I thought it was some type of call, but they got it together. But that's excellent field position at the 34-yard line to start out. So, well, 35. Made it a little further than I thought.
Starting quarterback will be David Slap Thompson, wearing number 4. We'll see a combination of receivers and running backs throughout the afternoon. Cobra's going to go trips to the right, single receiver to the left side. Snap it to Thompson. He'll run it on first down with Javon Washington. And Washington going to get pushed back to about the 33 as that snap surprised Thompson a little bit, and they lose a couple.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a little out of sync there because he was not ready for the snap, and their linebackers are reacting really quick, so they got to keep an eye on that.
Had a chance to see this Express team against the Federals from Mahoning Valley last week, and they have got speed and size on every facet of this defense. Loss of 2, going to bring up a second down and 12. Thompson, twins to the right, twins to the left side. Single back is Washington in the backfield. Thompson Calls for the snap. He'll drop to throw. Pump fake. Stepping up into the pocket. Going to go downfield and behind his intended target at the 42-yard line and incomplete. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and long.
Yeah, there's little off rhythm there as the man curled there. He was open. You had to get that ball right there so you can get it on his inside shoulder there, but way behind him, just a little out of sync right now.
Matthew Wise, the intended target, number 89, as the pass falls incomplete. 3rd down and 10. 14:03 to play, opening quarter, first possession for the Cobras. Again, twins to each side. Thompson going to work out of the pistol formation. Single back, sidecar to his left. Facing a 3rd down and 12. Thompson takes the snap. He'll drop to throw. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to be hemmed and he's going to be sacked back near the 29-yard line. That pocket just collapsed on Thompson when he stepped up and had no room to throw.
I mean, nothing. I mean, they're coming and they're actually splitting and trying to take the different lanes on the blitz. So they had everything just taken away from him. He had nowhere to go with the football.
So whistles going to bring up a 4th down and long. Call it 4th and about 16 with 13:51 to play.
I don't know what's going on right now.
Officials coming over, talking to Coach Adam Rogerson on the sidelines. So we are having a little bit of communication confusion on the clock. So we'll get everything situated. It's 4th down and 16. Lions to punt the ball. Little bit of a low snap, rushes on. Ben gets the kick away, then he'll hit at the 45. This is going to roll out of bounds near the 48-yard line, and that is going to set the Express up with fantastic field position in Cobras territory.
Yeah, see, all these things with the defensive play that we know we're going to see tonight, all these things are big factors. The punt game, the kick, all facets of the kicking game. Right there, there's a great starting field position for Erie on offense. So now Cobras got to come up with big defensive plays to keep this under wraps.
So Brandon Hanna looks like he is wearing his traditional 1. We had seen on the roster we were given that he was wearing 10, but if you remember Brandon Hanna, you remember him wearing number 1.
Yep.
Hanna going to send 2 receivers out to the right, 3 to the left side. Single back in the backfield. That looks like Lawrence Hughes, number 34. Hanna got to work that hard count, take the snap. He will hand it off on 1st down, and plowing across the 45 and down near the 42-yard line. On the run, that is Steve Williams, number 30. It's either 30 or 34, Steve Smith or Lawrence Hughes that run the rock.
Yeah, and I seen they're coming right at him. They're running right off tackle there. Found a nice little seam and was able to pick up about 7 yards on that play.
So we'll bring up a 2nd down and about 3.5 for the Express. Single receiver, that's Nazir Singleton to the right side, trips to the left. Single back in the backfield with Hanna. Takes the snap, fakes it, going to swing it out into the flat. Receiver makes the catch at the 40, dancing across the 35 and is pushed down near the 30-yard line. That is a 1st down reception for the Express. And Antonio Batista with his first reception for Erie.
Yeah, nice little play there. It was set up very well. Had blockers out in front and was able to pick up that 1st down and keep those chains moving.
Didn't see Erie really take a lot of shots downfield. It was, tunnel screens and things like that to get their talented receiving core their hands on the football. Going to stack 3 to the left, 1 receiver to the right side on 1st down and 10 from the 31-yard line. Hanna going to give the ball to Steve Smith with a big hole up the middle inside the 15, 10, 5, and he will fly into the end zone for a 30-yard touchdown run for Steve Smith.
Yeah, I mean, a big gaping hole on the right side, and it's the left side of the defense. But I tell you, just running straight through there, just had one player to make a miss, and then it was off to the races, right to the end zone. I mean, just perfect blocking, perfect execution on that play.
Smith's 30-yard touchdown is the first points in our game here this evening with 11:43 to play in the opening quarter. And that will bring on Eric Rockwood to attempt the extra point for the Express that are two men down as they try to get their special teams set.
Yeah, and now this is the kind of thing, not being a former special teams coach, this can just aggravate because you work on this all before the game and then guys don't know to go in.
Check that. That is Nathan Lazon, number 25, normally the punter handling the kicking duties for Erie. High snap, they get it down. Lazon's extra point is up, and it is good. 11:36 to play here in the first quarter. It's a 7-0 lead for Erie. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras Broadcast Network on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
This is number 79, Josh Jackson, and you're listening to Cleveland Cobras football on iMedia One Network. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Cobras find themselves down by a touchdown here early in the opening quarter with 11:36 to play after Smith scores from 30 yards out, and now it'll be possession number 2 for the Cobras tonight.
Yeah, and this is big because how do you respond after something like that? To go down and put it in, you have to respond on this here possession.
2 returners back deep. Lazon's kick is away and going to be fielded at the 14, across the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and then hit a wall of Express special teamers right there at about the 39-yard line. And again, good field position for the Cobras to start their second possession.
Yeah, I mean, they got to do something with the ball. Wasn't bad the first one. This is even better. They got to get out there and get some offensive execution right now and just calm down. It's early. You got to just calm down and get the things you know you do well and get consistent in doing them.
11 minutes, 18 seconds in this opening quarter. A 7-0 lead for Erie. Cobras' second possession, left to right. They will come to the line of scrimmage. They're going to send single receivers now to each side of the formation. Going to do offset split backs in the backfield. Thompson overlooking that Express defense. Showing blitz with those linebackers. Now we got movement up front, and we're going to get a false start on the Cobras. It's going to cost them 5, bring up 1st and 15. We welcome our listeners over on Western Reserve Radio for joining us after that big game today in Roanoke, Virginia.
Yeah, I tell you, what the Cobras got to do, the center got to be aware. When you see guys jump and get in that neutral zones, regardless if the quarterback wants to snap or not snap it, and he can get a penalty that way, and he wasn't reacting quick enough to do so.
Single receivers to each side, offset backs in the backfield with Thompson, the quarterback. He'll take the snap, turn, hand it off, and we're going to be defensive offsides thrown by the side judge in front of the Cobras bench. So he give and he take away.
Yeah, and I want to see who they got it on that defensive end there. I know he was lined up pretty close, but he's been lining that way up the entire time.
So back to 1st down and 10 from the 40-yard line. 10-14 to play here in the opening quarter. Going to go single receivers to each side. 2 backs in the backfield. Thompson pointing out one of the linebackers that comes creeping up. He'll take the snap, reverse handoff, ball's loose on the carpet. They'll battle forward at the 38-yard line. And
yeah, see, these are the things you can't have. You got to put that ball in there and secure it. Running back did not snap down on the handoff, and that's what happened. You get a miscue of that nature.
Yeah, running back Washington looked like he just wasn't a clean exchange at all.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he had the pocket for him, but you got to grasp and get it, and he did not snap down on it, and that's what happened.
So this will give another short field to the Express. They got one of their coaches. They got coaches from each side now out on the field. It looked like, from what I saw, someone came in and pointed down. Like, I looked like the ball carrier was down.
Yeah,
so I don't know I never saw a clear indication of who has possession.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, Mark, for sure.
Yeah, so we have both head coaches out at the 45-yard line with two officials. We don't have a white hat this evening, so we have one of the officials acting as the referee. And like I said, I saw him point like, the ball was down and the Cobras had maintained possession.
Yeah, I mean, that's the indication that he showed, but
we've got the Express offense is on the field. The Cobras defense is on the field. It did look like there was a clear recovery by the Express.
Yeah, I mean, at least I thought it was.
They are going to adjust the game clock as well to 9:56. So they're going to, pointing out the back judge that it is going to be the on-field timekeeper. So it will be Express football from the 38-yard line. Two receivers go to the right, two to the left side, single back in the backfield with the quarterback, Brandon Hanna. Going to shorten up some of the splits, and now they'll go stacks to each side outside of the hash marks. And before the snap of the football, we've got a flag for a false start on the Express that'll back them up 5 and make it 1st and 15.
Yeah, that there, Mark, a lot of movement. Just a lot of off things going right now.
41-14 NYPD over Roanoke in the game you heard before us on Western Reserve Radio. Hanna going to hand the ball off. Breaking through is Smith across the 35. Stays on his feet, and he is tackled from behind at about the 32-yard line. Another big run from Steve Smith, their leading rusher.
Well, I tell you, Steve Smith runs with a vengeance in there, and he runs the daylight. And when he sees the opening, he does not hesitate to get right to it. And he's getting some nice gains in that backfield tonight.
Federals leading the Ohio Legends 20-6 as they play in the first half.
Well, the other team finally got on the scoreboard.
They're on the board. That's a start. Two receivers split outside of the hash marks to the right, two to the left side as well. Single back in the backfield with quarterback Brandon Hanna on second down and about 6 to go. Hanna drops to throw with time. Going to take a shot one-on-one down the seam. Had a man out there and just a little too far out in front for Terry Jackson. The pass falls incomplete. It brings up a 3rd down and 6.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he definitely had him. A nice stop and go there down the sidelines, and if he could have dropped that in there, that would have been another 6 points.
You saw the stop and go. What was your least favorite route to cover?
Well, always the fade pattern towards the corner of the end zone is tough, especially for me at my size. Only being 5'10", if you got a big receiver, it makes it tough on you to get there. So you got to use a little bit of strategy in cutting off some of their angles and stopping those. But stop and go usually never gave me any problems. I watch the players' eyes, and I can see just what they're going to do.
3rd down and 6. Single receiver to the right, trips to the left. Running back to the right side of quarterback Brandon Hanna. Going to put the receiver, Terry Jackson, in motion. Going to give it to
There it
the
is.
running back. That's right up the middle. That's Smith inside the 10, 5, and he's in for the touchdown.
Yeah, this guy does not hesitate at all, Mark. When he gets the ball, if he sees an opening, you can forget it. There's no hesitation. He heads to that area and takes off. And as long as he's able to run like that and run free, this could be a long night.
So rushing touchdowns of 30 and 36 yards for Steve Smith in this opening quarter for the Express. And Nathan Lazan will come on to attempt the extra point. Out of the hands of one of their key special teams contributors. And it's 84 Ryan Whitman, who had a big game against the Federals last week. Snap down, extra point up and on its way, and good. 7:05 to play here, first quarter. It is Erie 14, the Cobras 0. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras Broadcast Network on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
This is number 56, Antoine Peterson, known as Tony Sweets. You're listening to Cleveland Cobras football on iMedia One Network.
You know, Dave, I have heard that Gessler Propane has gas.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anybody in particular. I'm just saying they have gas.
Yeah.
I don't want any texts from anybody listening right now in their pool or wherever else they may be. The Lazan wheel kick. The Cobras send it 2 back inside the 15. End over end kick. This is going to hit at the 10, roll inside the 5 to the 1, and be picked up there. Break it across the 10, 15, walk across the 20, 25, 30, and out near the 33-yard line. And the Cobras do a nice job turning what looks like to be a broken play into a nice return.
Yeah, I mean, it was going to be disastrous. He hesitated and just watched the ball roll. I was going to say, no, not this again. And he picked it up and made something out of it. And to get tangled up there at the 2-yard line and be able to get it all the way out to the 35-yard line, that was great. Maybe that would be something that sets off a spark. Get this offense rolling.
And down by 2 touchdowns, how big a possession does this turn into now?
Very big. They need to establish something here. I mean, we've been talking about they have to. They can't continue to allow Erie to get on offense and do what they've been doing.
Cobras break the huddle with twins to each side of the formation. Single running back to the right of Slap Thompson. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Thompson takes the snap, play fake, looks to throw, pumps, pulls it down, now goes underneath. Receiver makes a catch at the 40, across the 45, and down to the 49-yard line. It took a big hit there after the completion.
Yep.
That is Deshaun Johnson, number 17, on the reception.
Yeah, nice little play there. Pick up a first down. That's what you want, something positive to get yourself going, get some motivation.
So the initial first down of this game for the Cobras puts the ball at their 48-yard line with 6 minutes to play in the opening quarter, and Erie with a 14-0 lead. Same look for the Cobras. Twins to each side. Thompson has a running back to his left. Thompson overlooks the defense, takes this snap, puts it in the belly of his running back, who spins across the 49 and down to midfield. That is Javon Washington, who'll pick up a pair to midfield. It's 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, nice little pickup there, running inside. They have to keep mixing it up and keep that ball moving forward.
Have you noticed how Erie's playing press in the slot? They're playing back on the edges so far in this opening quarter.
Yeah, which lets me know that their linebacker play, when you got that linebacker play is coming up inside. On the snap of the ball, they're looking to get to the quarterback or to that running back. watch inside, you'll see them really attack the ball.
Now they're going to change it up a little bit. They are pressing to the far left outside and slot to the right side. Thompson to throw it on 2nd down and 8. Pulls it down. Got to throw off the back foot. Has
nice
a man across
grab.
the 40. Down to the 38-yard line. That's another Cobras first down. That's D'Angelo Thompson with his first catch. And the Cobras got a little rhythm going in this drive.
Yeah, sure do. And that was some little pass there that he got it in between the seams there to be able to catch that guy open and to make that catch. It was in traffic, and that was a big play. And moving the sticks once again from him.
That's one of the things we've seen from Slap Thompson over the years. Confidence in his arm, and you see why right there.
Right there, yeah. And then the calmness, because he had some pressure coming at him, but he did not move and try to run. He looked for a receiver and got the ball to him.
Twins to the left, twins to the right. Single running back in the backfield is Javon Washington. Down under 4 minutes to play in this opening quarter. Thompson pointing out one of the linebackers, takes the snap. He'll give the ball to Washington again, and he's going to be stood up right near the line of scrimmage. Say no gain, Dave. It's 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, nothing there, and they have to be able to run the football. They're mixing it up here, but they got to be able to get established some type of run so that all that pressure doesn't come on Thompson.
2nd down and 10. First trip into Express territory tonight for the Cobras. Trying to steal back a little bit of the momentum that the Express have had here early.
Yeah, and a familiar name was on that last tackle, a Provitt. When we talk about our area back home, Javon Provitt on that last tackle.
Twins to the right and left. They will adjust the splits on that front for the Express defense. Thompson takes the snap. Pump fakes, going to take a shot down the middle. That pass is intercepted at the 18-yard line. As the ball was a little overthrown, and that's O'Shea Jackson, who played his college ball at Edinburgh University, on the interception, stopping this Cobras drive.
Yeah, that pass was definitely way off target there, and he played the safety position just like he should and was able to snag that interception.
So turnover number two of this game for the Cobras. Gives the ball back to Erie with 2:45 to play in this opening quarter.
You know, you don't want turnovers at any time. That one really hurt because they had some positive things going for themselves in this drive right there until that happened.
Federals now with a 20-12 lead over the Ohio Legends as they approach halftime. Tightening up a little bit.
Yeah, Legends put in another score there, so, becoming a ball game down there.
Cobras will be at St. Christine's to take on the Federals in a couple of weeks. And to say at the least we will have a blanket coverage of that game for you here on the iMedia One Network from whichever perspective you're tuning in.
Yes. That should be unique, Mark. That's going to be a great evening.
Yeah.
It's going to be different.
It is. It's very rare. I mean, you always, when you do a game, there's another crew for the other team, almost in every case.
Right.
But not often in a case is the other crew a group of your best friends.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be something.
We got a officials huddle at the 27-yard line.
I do not know what's going on.
I didn't see a flag to stop play at all.
Now, I definitely know that Jackson was talking a lot of trash to their sidelines, but I didn't see no flag, nothing, or anything on the interception, so I really don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, we got Coach Adam over there with Brandon Hanna at the 25-yard line discussing things. And like you said, I wonder, I mean, there has been times at every level where we've seen there's been a penalty called and there hasn't been a flag.
Right.
So it makes you wonder, what the discussion is that our entire officiating crew is huddled up on the opposite side of the field away from where the ball is being marked.
And what's so weird, Mark, we got the officials on one side in a huddle and then the owner, coach, and players on the opposite side.
What I think it is, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
What I think it is there was an encroachment before the snap of the ball. Our defensive back came in and encroached prior, and the ref never threw the flag, and Adam was standing right behind the ref and go, why didn't you throw the flag? He was literally over the line before the ball was snapped.
Yeah. Now that definitely, because that's what I was wondering, was it an offsides, and I didn't see anything.
Yeah. Now the coaches are in the refs huddle, and Jesse's on his way over there now.
Yeah. I mean, you have to, because now you need these refs to be on point on everything that's going on. This game gets out of hand, especially on something like that.
Right. You when you're talking about one of the biggest games on the season so far for both of these two teams, you need everybody to be on the same page.
Absolutely. So I don't know what they're going to call there. It looks like they may be getting the ball back, because I see the defense coming back. Yep, that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, they're bringing the Express defense back on the field.
Yep.
And bringing the Cobra offense back onto the field. So take that interception off of Thompson's record.
Yep.
And that's only one turnover so far here in the first half.
And I'm going to tell you, Dave hit it right on the head, because when that snap of the ball, before the snap of the ball, you seen the guy come.
Yeah, the defensive back was clearly over the line. In fact, he was unimpeded to slap. I mean, that's right there is a flag.
Yeah, and I was wondering, well, maybe they didn't think he got across. I just didn't understand that one. And they were right there. They're right on the line of scrimmage, so you're wondering what they're looking at.
Right, and that's the job. Look down the line of scrimmage. That's what you're there for.
Yep. Your first job there is to do that.
So, it's like we're playing in the backyard, Dave. It's an old-fashioned do-over.
Yeah, that's all it is.
No blood, no foul.
Wrong sport.
Yep. He definitely was off. There's no referee to call anything.
Twins to each side. Cobras maintain possession of the football from the 33-yard line. Thompson play fake, going to go behind his intended receiver. He threw that ball a little out as the receiver ran in, and the incompletion going to bring up now second down.
And I know he's looking and wondering why his receiver, but I'm watching his delivery and his stance when he's throwing the ball. He's throwing off his back foot. It's going to continue to go behind his receiver because he's not planting. He's letting that ball go, and you got to be able to plant so he could drive that football.
2 minutes, 15 seconds, clock rolling here in this opening quarter. A 14-0 lead for the Express Cobras on the move. Twin receivers to each side, running back to the right of Thompson. Movement up front and contact made by the defense. That's an easy 5 yards. And we've seen Thompson working that hard count all day.
Yeah, and I said earlier in the broadcast is what I was saying. The center got to see that, regardless if he calls for the snap or not. Snap the ball because they're jumping.
Slap has perfected that hard count all season.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, he's gone every defense offsides with that hard count this year.
Yep.
Twins to the right, twins to the left side. Thompson takes the snap, fakes it to his running back. He's going to keep it, and he'll get down to the 25-yard line, and that's going to be good enough for a first down. Love that call on a second down and short. Just let the quarterback pick it up and follow his blockers.
Yeah, and you keep on and get those. Are they saying he's short?
No, yeah.
He's got it. The
chains are just a little behind. Yeah. Thompson's had a great year running the football this year. 3 touchdowns a few weeks ago, 1 last week. So it's first down and 10 at the at the Express 26-yard line. Twins to each side, single running back. Next to Thompson. Thompson. 3-step drop, stands in the pocket, over the middle, high pass, caught at the 10,
what a catch.
5, and into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Cobras are right back on the board. Yep. 6 points from Slap Thompson.
Yeah, what a grab right there. And that's what you call with the hands. Number 89 on that play.
That's Matthew Wise on the 26-yard touchdown reception for the Cobras.
Yes, sir. And that was a great grab there as he snagged out of the air. And that's what you do. That's playing receivers. Go get it with the hands and snag it. And he definitely. Got to give him credit.
Yeah, the definition of a hands catch and credit from a former defensive back on that reception.
Yeah, it's hard to do that too. But it was a great grab. It definitely was.
So we had a penalty before the Benton Lions extra point could get underway. Federals on top of the Ohio Legends at halftime, 20-12.
That score there, Mark, was so important for them to get points on this board here, and it makes it much better for them. Gives them that confidence.
So Lions will come on and attempt the extra point. Looks like 8 Marvin Germany. I believe that is 8 on to attempt the extra point. Snap down, kick on the way. Lions extra point is up, and it is true. And with 38 seconds to go in the opening quarter, the Cobras have cut this Erie lead in half to 14-7. We'll keep it here, and such a big drive.
Oh, yeah, that was very important there. They needed to get – I was just thinking any kind of points. But to get 7 and to cut that lead in half was very important. Now they got to get out here, establish some defense, tackle.
If you look at that drive, it's like the Cobras saw something in the middle of that Express defense because they have been attacking right down the middle of that defense.
Yeah, well, it's going to be there because, as I told you, they're playing as you showed to where they're inside. They're coming up inside. Outside is back. So the middle is wide open. The linebackers are coming downhill. Right over the middle is open. So those crossing routes, very effective. Guys just got to get open. He's got to get that ball there and drive it there. It's there.
So you expect crossing routes, slants, things that could attack the middle.
Yes. As long as they continue to play that type defense, you attack the middle of the football field.
So Ben Lions to kick for the Cobras. Single returner back deep at the 10-yard line. For the Erie Express, that looks like 17, Nazir Singleton. Check that. That's 37 back there. That is Tajon Carr, who played his college football at a place I've spent a lot of time, Teal College.
You know about those guys up in that area playing.
Lions end-over-end kick. Hits at the 12. Picked up there on a bounce across the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Still
kept
on his
his
feet
bounce.
and down to the 39-yard line. That's a fantastic return by Tajon Carr, number 37. Erie has a lot of players that do a lot of different things, and they list those players as athletes on their roster.
Well, that looked like an athlete there because that was a guy that was determined. That's how you return a kick, too. He did not do any dancing around. He went and got the football in that full stride. He was on to the races.
So the Express will have the football in the hands of quarterback Brandon Hanna with 23 seconds to play in this opening quarter.
And see if any defensive adjustments by the Cobras. I see some things they're doing that this team can continue exploiting. But if they can change up a few things, they might be able to stop this offense.
Single receiver to the right, trips to the left. Hanna got to work out of the pistol with the running back to his right side. Play clock rolling down.
And he moved.
All kinds of movement up front.
Yep, offensive lineman moved on that. Yeah, that left guard moved and
just kind of rocked back in his stance and a little too far. And when you are that big, it's kind of obvious to everyone watching.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. That was good that happened for the Cobras, whether they knew it or not. You had trips out here, and you only had 2 defensive backs out on this side, and that doesn't bode too well for us for coverage. So I seen the defensive backs discussing it. Something was definitely off. I started counting men when I seen that. I said maybe they didn't have enough in, but they had all the guys, but they did not adjust that defense. Let's see if they do so.
1st and 15 now for the Express with 7.9 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Going to have backs to the right and left of Brandon Hanna. 1 receiver right, 2 to the left. Hanna, deep drop into a crouch. Now takes this snap, swings it out into the flat. Receiver makes the catch. There was no blocking for him as he drives down to about the 36-yard line, does Terry Jackson. And we've come to the end of the first quarter. After one, it is Erie 14 and Cleveland 7. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras Broadcast Network on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio. Youngstown, Warren, and Salem's local and national sports talk can be found on TuneIn and the Live 365 app at Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
Ready for quarter number 2 here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network. Stack 2 receivers to the right, split one outside the hash to the left side. Hannah going to send a back in motion. They will give it to a new ball carrier. That's Gary Williams, who's tripped up in the backfield. He's going to be dropped inside the 35 and all the way back near the 34-yard line as the Cobra front smelled a run, and they were in the backfield quickly.
Yeah, they had some great penetration on that play, and once you get that defensive line, be able to get a yard in the backfield like that, he had nowhere to go.
Second down and 14 after the loss of 4 for Brandon Hanna and the Express, who are now left to right here in quarter number 2 with a 14-7 lead over the Cleveland Cobras.
A little bit of adjustment there I see on their defense. And this may make a big difference. I'm sure he's going to go to the air on this play here.
Single back again is Gary Williams. Twins to the right, twins to the left.
You got some one-on-one matchups, Mark.
Hannah overlooking the defense. Takes the snap, play action with time. Going to take that one-on-one shot downfield. The safety came
Great
over.
defense.
And did he get that football? Yes, he did. Great job by the safety to play center field.
Yes.
Drift over and get that interception.
Oh, yeah. That was great defense there, number 18, as he was able to play the center field perfectly from a free safety position to come over. And I like that play. I mean, he read the quarterback perfectly, was there. That play was never open. It was actually good coverage on the corner.
Deontay McDonald with the interception evens up our turnovers at 1 apiece. 13:49 to play and a little momentum shift in the side of the homestanding Cobras here from the home of the Brooklyn Hurricanes.
Yes. Yeah, that right there, I'm kind of shocked at the experience that he has at quarterback that he even threw that ball because he was covered just by the corner. So all it is, the safeties did his job in reading and getting over and intercepting that football.
So a great job by read and react Cobras defense, forcing the turnover. Gets the ball back into Thompson's hands. Put twins to the right and twins to the left. Got Tyree Knight, number 2, working out of the slot position to the left side. Thompson takes the snap, rolls to his right, looks downfield, fires downfield. That's a little too tall and off the hands of Matthew Wise, and gave him the fastball from a short distance there.
Yeah, just going to say, using that old term, they used to say a little mustard on it. He put something on it at a short distance, and he just couldn't pull it in.
And we all know how big an arm Thompson has. And incompletion sets up second down and 10 with 13:44 to play in the first half.
Yeah, this game definitely settled down, and now we've seen two teams that just battling.
Overcast skies, temperatures in the low 90s when we kicked off has dropped to 89, so the starting to cool down, yeah. Thompson takes the snap, hands off to his running back, who was able to push forward for about a yard. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 10, and it looked like that's Emmett Calhoun, number 3, with his first carry. Maybe gave him a little more than 1. We'll call it 3rd down and about 8.5.
Yeah. Yeah, these type of things, they don't want to be in that 3rd and long. You want to keep out of that and have it more manageable for your quarterback.
Now we've got a whistle, and Coach Adam Rogerson going to take the first Cobras timeout. 13:15 to play first half. Erie 14, Cleveland 7. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras Broadcast Network on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Catch sports talk around the clock in the Valley on the iMedia One Network, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast.
We thank everyone for tuning in here on the iMedia One Network, Snowman Media, and 12-Ounce Sports Network, all part of the broadcast today. Whether you're watching us on the Facebook feeds or listening online, we appreciate you tuning in here in this Week 4 Tri-Point Football League action. Thompson alone in the backfield, takes the snap. He'll drop to throw, goes underneath, pass caught, down to about the 31-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down after the short gain.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing there. That defense was coming.
Saw that a bit last week with this Erie defense, not afraid to zero blitz and just send the house.
Yeah, and they like coming at it, and they definitely bring it. They're going to have to design something to get rid of it quick, but something they can produce a big play on it.
E.J. Scott, who played his high school football at Austintown Fitch High School, dropping back deep along with Tajon Carr to return this punt from Ben Lyons, who stands at his own 17-yard line. Express showing some pressure up the middle. They got a man free, but Lyons got the kick away. It is going to take a Cobras bounce inside the 30. And they will down it at the 28-yard line. And Lyons did a good job to get that ball away and turn it into a nice kick.
Yeah, it definitely did because the pressure was on. I actually thought they had a good chance of blocking that, Mark. But he was able to make a little maneuver and get that ball off.
Dave, what have you seen from the offensive line? They were getting pressure on Thompson early, but it seems like they've made some adjustments and been able to keep him upright.
Yeah, one of the things that and if you see it the next time they had the offense on the field, it seemed like they also are doing snapping the ball and then slide blocking either left or right, which is hindering that coming down the lanes. It's blocking off those lanes. That's giving them just that. And all it is just maybe a half to a second longer, and that's all a quarterback needs to be able to see a receiver he needs to get to.
Hannah has 1st and 10 from their 30-yard line. Got to stack receivers right and left. Single running back, that's Smith in the backfield. He's to the left of Brandon Hannah. Hannah takes the snap, sets up the tunnel screen to Terry Jackson, who makes a catch, gets across the 35, steps inside the 40, and he's punished down to the 41-yard line. And it looks like it's going to just be enough for an Erie 1st down.
Yeah, and, you know, he keep carrying that ball that loosely. They can knock that ball loose. He's swinging it out there where it's able to be knocked away.
Express, they want to go up-tempo. Same look, stacked receivers outside of the hash to each side, and we've got a whistle. False start on the offense will make it 1st and 15 for the Express.
Yeah, that's the thing.
11:20 to play in the first half.
Yeah, you want to go quick, and those type of things like that can really hinder that hurry-up offense that you want to run.
And you know what? We've seen a lot of adjustments by both teams in this game already, and you see the experience of both coaching staffs.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you're seeing there, and the team started to settle down on both sides.
Stack receivers to each side. Single back in the backfield with Brandon Hanna. Takes this snap, fakes it to Smith, gives it to Smith, and he is going to be hammered down after a gain of just about 1 yard as that Cobras defense came up laying the lumber, and that is number 13, Andre Daniels, with the big hit.
Yeah, I mean, he came up and really laid the wood. And now we just seeing a lot different defense out there with the Cobras now. A lot more aggressive, and they're doing a lot different things on that defensive line.
So it is 2nd down and long. 2nd and 15 for the Express. Hanna takes the snap. Got a fire downfield pass, almost deflected, but then caught. Back to the original line of scrimmage. That's Nazir Singleton on the reception.
Yep, that ball was definitely almost picked there, and it would have been 6 into the house.
So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10, and the Cobras 1 stop away from getting off the field.
Yeah, this is a big play here. You know that they more than likely want to pass, but I would watch out, especially if Smith is in the backfield, that you might get some kind of delay and give the ball to him.
And we've got a whistle, and we got a Cobra timeout. Had a chance to just keep it right here for a minute. We'll do a little house cleaning. We got 2:13. So that was Craig Williams, the other 13, who made that big stop on the previous play. 213s both listed as offensive players. So it is a benefit to us when you look at those Cobras jerseys to see all the last names on the back.
Yeah, absolutely. That helps us.
And, of course, not that it's something considered, but you look at these 2 jerseys. Cobras in the black pants, black jerseys, green numbers trimmed in white. The Express, gray pants, white jerseys, red numbers trimmed in black. Very easy for us to read up here in the booth.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. It is, and it's not a problem at all seeing everything.
So Cobras have used their 2nd timeout with 9:26 to play here in the first half, and obviously not down there, but it kind of makes me wonder. It's shocking when you haven't given up points in 2 weeks to be down by 2 touchdowns. How much is it just, kind of building the confidence after getting a few stops defensively?
Yeah, and it gets you back in the confidence that you can stop this team, and if they can stop them here, that's going to bring that confidence level even higher.
3rd down and 10 for the Express, who go trips right, single receiver to the left. Single back in the backfield is Steve Smith on 3rd down and 10. Hanna fakes to him, sets up the screen, goes middle, and that goes in and out of the hands of Terry Jackson at the 39-yard line. It brings up a 4th down and 10 for the Express.
Oh, you couldn't ask for a better pass there. That was put right on the hands, and he dropped it. I don't know if he took his eyes off looking at the safety, who was right there, and I know that's the position I played as safety. You definitely want to strike some kind of fear into somebody, even though the game is played differently today than back then. But I tell you, that right there was a ball that should have been caught, should have been a 1st down, and this drive should be continuing.
Tyree Knight back to return this punt from Nathan Lazon, number 25 for the Express. Big stop for the Cobras defense. Now they have a chance to get the football back with 9:21 to play here in the first half. Trying to get everyone situated and in the right position. Cobras look like they may be trying to come after this one. Looping snap does just get the kick away, end over end. It's going to take a express roll and be down at about the 23, and probably shouldn't have been, Dave. That bounce could have given him a few more yards.
Yeah, it sure is. So it was smart to do that, because if it went further, that ball might have steady been rolling and really would have been in bad field position. So smart play there to get that ball.
So with 9:12 to play in the half, and the Cobras down 14-7, getting on the board on their last possession, it was a Thompson to Wise 26-yard touchdown, cutting the Express lead in half to 14-7.
Yeah. This is a big drive for them here, too, Mark. If they can do something, you got 9-12, lots of time. Only got that one timeout left, but lots of time. And if you could establish a nice drive and put something on the board, it really looks good going into half.
Twins to each side. Emmett Calhoun, number 3, in there at the tailback spot to start this drive next to Slap Thompson. Thompson takes the snap, 2-step drop, going to go down the seam, pass caught across the 40. Then he dropped it, picked it up across the 50, got another block. It's still going inside the 35 and down to the 33-yard line. That is a catch, a fumble, and a recovery all in one by the Cobras, and that was looked like Christopher Colley, number 0, on that reception, and heads-up play to scoop and take off with the football.
Yeah, sure was, because, hey, one thing in this league, we're not going to look for instant replay, so we won't have that. But I tell you one thing, when he got the ball and got hit, the ball didn't come out immediately. It looked like he did take a few steps before the ball came loose. So I couldn't tell from our angle if he was juggling or anything. It looked like he just dropped the football later, and maybe they're bringing it back.
That looked like a clear catch.
Yeah, they did. They're saying he was down back here, but yeah, it looked like a clear catch. He was on his way running and then just dropped the football.
So they backed the ball up to the Express 43-yard line. First down and 10 for the Cobras. Have stolen early momentum away from the Express.
Sure.
Matthew Wise going to go out wide to the right side. Trips to the bottom of the formation here to the left. Thompson looking out of the pistol formation, sends a man in motion. Takes the snap, gives it to Calhoun. Stutter steps in the hole, and he's able to drive forward for about a yard. And that initially looked like he may go down in the backfield, but that side-to-side step got him back to the line of scrimmage +1.
Yeah, I thought he was definitely going to lose some yards there, but he was able to get through that thing. I'm I'm looking at the mark of where they say he was down at, but hey, everything has been off tonight a little bit.
Second down and 9. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, single back to the right of Thompson. 7:40 to play here in the first half. Thompson, hard count, going to roll to his right side. Throws off the back foot. Man open and through his hands and incomplete, about a yard shy of the first down.
Yeah.
That pass will fall incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 9.
Yep. That pass was there. That was something he should have definitely had. It was right near the marker. Would have put him in short yardage position and getting the first down, so he got to hold the football.
D'Angelo Thompson will check out wearing number 6. On this 3rd down and 9 for the Cobras. Now we've got a flag thrown.
Okay, what's that for?
I think we had an illegal substitution by the Express. Right, they broke the huddle. Still had an extra man on the field. They broke with 12.
Oh, yeah, you can't do that. That's for sure.
So this 3rd and 9 should become 3rd and 4. If my Hubbard math doesn't fail me, and it usually does. Keep that mic off, Mr. Ferris. I know you better than that.
Mr. Ferris says, speak for yourself, Mark.
Yeah, it was all different for everyone. Now we've got a whistle. And what do we have here? pointing to the side judge coming over, pointing at one of the Express players. And the Cobras will back off the line of scrimmage, and Erie coaching staff coming out near the hash marks.
Man, this is an interesting night tonight. It is.
We're not even talking about the temperature.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting tonight because I don't know what the heck is going on. Some of these things that they're calling, I don't know what's happening here.
I just see, Coach Lambert, what's going on out here?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't know. I mean, and it seems like that's what's going on with the coaches. They're not sure what's happening. There's been a lot of talking out there tonight.
2 receivers to each side of the formation, running back to the right of Thompson. On 3rd down and a long 4.
Oh, there was offside.
Hard count, and they...
Defense lined up offsides. Yep, that's right. It's in the neutral zone anyway. The defensive back, number 2, was so far in the back. He was in the backfield almost. And he's covering somebody in the slot. He was past him, so... Yeah, that should be a 1st down.
And multiple offsides on that play from the Express defensively, giving the Cobras a 1st down to the 34-yard line of the Express. 7.5 to play, first half, 14-7 Erie leading Cleveland. Thompson takes the quick snap, sets, goes middle, and that pass is almost intercepted.
Great play.
Knocked away and incomplete, and that time we saw the linebackers kind of dropping back into coverage, trying to take away that opening in the zone.
Yeah, and they fooled him because he took that step forward, number 35 at linebacker. He took that step forward as if they've been doing, coming, and then went back and got in that position. He was right there.
So luckily for Thompson, that falls harmlessly to the turf, and the sun now fighting its way through the clouds. Lights have been on since we got here this afternoon.
Yep.
Gonna put receivers to each side of the formation. Running back to the right of Thompson on 2nd down and 10 from the 34. Slot man goes in motion. Thompson fakes to him, going to go downfield. Pass caught inside the 25,
great move.
20, 15, 10,
bam!
Runs over a defender and into the end zone for a Cobra touchdown.
He was not going to be denied to get into that end zone. That's what you call running with determination there. He was not going down.
That was Andre Daniels, number 13, on the touchdown of 34 yards out.
I would say that the Express just met a freight train.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, he wasn't stopping for anybody.
No, he wasn't. He
Head
wasn't
down, shoulder down, and
everything. No detours, no left, no right turns. We're going straight ahead.
His next stop was Detroit.
Yeah.
So that 34-yard reception for touchdown.
Absolutely.
Lions on for the extra point. Pointing at the bench saying, hey, we're 1 man short. Can I get an extra guy out here for protection?
Come on, you got it. Guys got to be ready. And that was off. Now they got to go back 5.
Right. Offsides on the Express.
Unbelievable.
How many times have we seen that defensive offsides? And I didn't play, but we just look down the line of scrimmage.
Now, see, back in my day, coaches, that would have been strangulation.
Out.
No, not out. Strangulation before you get to the side. Because you're not going to continue to do the same thing. I mean, it's unbelievable how many times guys have been offsides.
They call that child abuse today.
Yeah.
Yeah, coaches aren't allowed to do what they did to you. They can't do no more.
No.
There's no Woody Hayes grabbing a face mask today.
No Woody Hayes, no Frank Cush, none of those type guys in today's game. You can't do that.
Lions now from the 9-yard line to attempt the extra point. Snap good, hold good. Lions extra point is up, and it is true.
We got it.
14 unanswered by the Cobras. Ties is up at 14 with 7:06 to play here first half. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras Broadcast Network on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
This is number 79, Josh Jackson, and you're listening to Cleveland Cobras football on iMedia One Network. Let's get it.
Now tied at 14. It has been a game of runs. Erie put up 2 quick early touchdowns from Steve Smith from 30 and 36 yards out. Slap Thompson has answered with a pair of touchdown passes of 26 and 34 yards. And we're all knotted up at 14.
Oh, yeah, we're talking about guys are ready to play. This is great now, I tell you. Two good football teams, Mark.
Lions got to get his foot into this one. End over end. Nice deep kick to about the 3. Across the 10, 15, 20. Trying to bounce it outside. And going to be thrown down at the 24-yard line on a nice open field tackle on special teams.
Open field tackle, because he had a little space over there if he could have got to the outside. Great tackle in open field there.
Special teams getting it done. That was
number 9.
That's Mike Marshall, who plays some linebacker. 14-14, 6:54 to play, first half.
Well, it's like starting over, Mark, at 0-0 now. This is a battle. Like I said, both teams settled down, and we are seeing execution and hard-nosed football.
Brandon Hanna breaks the huddle with his express troops. They'll come to the line of scrimmage. Going to have Antonio Batista and Terry Jackson go to the right. Also twins to the left side, single back in the backfield with Brandon Hanna. Takes the high snap, gives it to Smith. And Smith able to bounce to the outside and work his way to about the 30-yard line. And
well, there go Timber. Timber's starting to flare a little bit, so we might have got something. I don't know if they called something on the Cobras. Who's getting the call on this one?
The flag came way after the end of the play and trying to get everybody separated. And that is going to be a personal foul on the Cobras.
Yeah, so you gotta calm down. You got your momentum. Yep, keep your head in the football game. Nothing wrong with being physical, being intimidating, but you cannot take it over the line. And these are the type of things that can sometimes swing momentum.
So the personal foul penalty out to the 45-yard line. First and 10 there for the Express. I believe Erie has all 3 of their timeouts remaining. The Cobras down to 1. Top 2 teams in Tier 1 of the Tri-Point Football League. Number 1 Cobras and number 2 Express. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left side. Slot man goes in motion. That's Terry Jackson. Hanna's going to keep it, try to get to the edge. They had that sealed off nicely by the Cobra defense, and no running room for Brandon Hanna on that play.
Yeah, they had absolutely nothing over there.
Update from Youngstown as the Federals' lead is almost gone. They now lead at 20-18 over the Ohio Legends with under 8 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Oh, man, I said that's the ball game. Somebody wants to get off the snide of having that 0 wins, so they're trying to get one in.
15 minutes, 13 seconds to go. 5 minutes, 13 seconds to go.
Yep.
I added extra time.
Yeah.
We're playing football, not soccer. There's no extra time. And
that's their last one.
Going to burn their last time out. The defensive coaches did not like the lineup that they were in, and rather than give up a big play, they had to use that last time out.
Yeah, it could be crucial. That's something that could be crucial there.
When you look at how this game is kind of flipped, is there anything that you can really point to that's made the difference?
I definitely think the adjustments on offense, as far as the Cobras, seeing that they weren't getting any time to throw the football, having their offensive line slide, take away from that pressure, getting to slap, and it wasn't able to get there. He's able to get some passes on target there. And then defensively, some major things they did there and changing their type of strategy of stopping the run, because it seemed like they were running up and down the field with no problem. And then all of a sudden they changed that defense and got where they're starting to read the run, and it really changed everything in this football game. Became more physical, and you've seen they slowed down that array of things that Express has been able to do.
Express go trips to the right, single receiver to the left side. Single back in the backfield, that's Steve Smith with Brandon Hanna. Second down, they give it to Smith, and he got tripped up by the turf monster and went down at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, because if he got to the outside there, he had some opening there. He had some space.
They've kind of gone away from him after the 2 big runs in the first quarter.
Yeah, well, they have ran him about maybe 5 times since then, but he hadn't had any running room at all. And that's why I say I give credit to that decent defense and changing some of their alignment.
Erie spreads the wealth around. Hughes, Smith, Gary Williams all get touches out of the backfield.
Yeah,
Third down, little more than 10. Twins to each side. Now Smith going to line up. Slot to the right side. Hanna to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Going to look to slide. He'll go down at midfield, and we got a flag thrown.
Wait, hold on.
So we got all kinds of action over here.
What is going on?
We got, that's Antonio Batista, who was into the Cobra bench area, completely away from the play. Hanna went down near midfield. That would have brought up 4th down. Now they're trying to get the Erie players out of that Cobra bench area. They're talking to Terry Jackson, number 8. Coaching staff got to go over. Now we got some more, John, here at the 45-yard line. They need to get everybody separated.
Yeah, they're gonna have to get these guys calmed down. You know, one of the things we done seen now is that as we talked about adjustments and things have changed, the momentum has changed. It seems like it got under the skin of Erie, and they're not able to handle it. Now it's just coming to a head.
Yeah, everybody trying to get cooler heads to prevail here. Got both head coaches out to midfield. I will be honest with you, Dave. I was watching Hanna run the ball, so I didn't see what happened in the bench area.
Yeah.
But the flag came out from the side judge completely away from the play.
Yeah, completely away. And I didn't even see that with number 24 down in there. I was looking at the guy behind up here. There was a little pushing and shoving. Then I seen this guy was deep in the bench area going at it. So I don't know if you got one guy or is going to have offsetting penalties, and you're going to just have 4th down and that's it. I don't know how you can just call it on one guy right here.
If they offset, won't they replay 3rd?
I don't know. I'm thinking sometimes, well, this is NCAA rules. They may. Pros, I believe it's just offsetting, and then they go ahead. But let's
we still got a conversation going on.
Because that was during the play. So you're right, they would replay it. It wasn't after the play. If it was after the play, it would just be offsetting, and then the play would count. But that was during the play. So this is going to be interesting.
Always interesting how some players approach things like this. Some they want to back away completely away from it. I've seen a couple of guys, take a seat, get a little quick rest during this conversation.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Right now, instead of worrying about all that, I'd be getting hydrated. I would be. I'd be sitting down as hot as it is out here.
Good idea, Dave.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Here it is.
So we still have the discussion going on. If you're watching on our Facebook Live feed, you will see officials still having an ongoing conversation.
This is an interesting one.
I wonder, is there an ejection coming out of this? I'm not quite sure what's going to happen.
Yeah, this is something. And we're in the first half, so I guess that's what it was. The play did count, 4th down.
Right, it's 4th down at the 49-yard line for the Express. But I've seen no mark-off for the flag that was thrown in front of this Cobras bench.
Yeah, I believe it's just offsetting. I think it's a personal foul on both sides, pushing, shoving, everything that was going on. No harm, no foul, and continue with the game going.
But if a flag was thrown, there was harm.
Yeah. But if it's on both sides, then it's offsetting, and you just go ahead with the play counts.
The most important thing in all of this is the Cobras are going to get the football back with about 3 minutes to play here in the first half.
Yeah, they should definitely get it. Definitely get it back.
Lazon to punt. Single returner looks like Tyree Knight back to return the kick. So after that lengthy delay, we're ready to get back to action. Looping snap back. Lazon gets a knuckleball away that's going to
look like it's out about
kick
24-yard line.
And go out of bounds.
See where they mark it at. Yeah, some deep, yep. Yeah, 25-yard line there.
So
not bad.
Good field position for the Cobras. Unfortunately, we do believe out of timeouts with 2:44 to play in the first half.
Yeah, they have no timeouts left, so they're going to have to be smart with the football, efficient, get back up to the line, and keep it moving.
So 2:44 to play here in the first half. Cobras with the football resting at their 25-yard line. Have scored the last 14 points in this first half. They'll come to the line of scrimmage as they break the huddle. Seen a lot of this twin receiver set so far here in the first half. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Single running back to the left of Thompson, who's back to throw. And a fire down the seam, pass caught for a first down. We've got a flag back here at the 25-yard line.
Holding on the offense there.
So that holding penalty is going to wipe off a big catch by Tyree Knight and put him behind the sticks to start this drive.
Yes, you don't need that. I mean, that thing was right on target. One thing we noticed with the receivers of the Cobras, they going in traffic and they are concentrating on catching the football no matter who's around. And that's very important and makes the confidence for Slap to, hey, I can, zip this thing inside. These guys are going to catch the football.
Running down to 2 minutes to play here in the first half. It's 1st and 20 for the Cobras, back to the 15-yard line. Thompson, single receivers to each side, running back to his right side. Working the count down, fakes it, going to fire underneath. Receiver makes the catch, and he's going to get down to about the 20-yard line. That'll pick up around 5 yards. Bring up 2nd down and 15.
And they're going to be very, very careful with the football, too, down here. You can't make a bad nothing to where the ball is tipped and it can be an interception. You actually right now want the clock to just keep on running, and you can go ahead and go to the half.
Down to 1 minute and 10 seconds to play. 2nd and 15. Thompson again will throw with time. Goes middle, pass caught, and then now incomplete. As you could not complete the catch to the field.
Nice hit.
So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 15.
Very nice hit there. To jar that ball loose, was put right on target. It definitely jarred it loose. And that was right there. And I think it would have been enough for the 1st down, too, if he'd have hung on.
Emmett Calhoun will check in on this 3rd down and 15 with exactly 1 minute to play in the first half. Thompson going to empty the backfield. We've seen Calhoun play wide receiver. He'll line up slot to the left side. So it's twins to the right, trips to the left. Thompson to throw. Pump fake. Rolling to his right. Looking downfield, firing downfield, and a little too far out in front.
He might have picked that up. He might have got it in.
No indication that was.
No. Yes, interception.
Wow.
And that's why you got to be careful with the football. If the guy is not open, just throw it away.
Try to kind of sling that pass in there.
Yes, it was no reason to do it. I mean, you just throw the football away.
So with 51 seconds to go in the first half, the Express have the football back. We have not seen Eric Rockwood, their regular kicker, had a big field goal last week against the Federals. So ball marked at the 35-yard line of the Cobras. Express have a couple of timeouts in their pocket for head coach Charles Portman. Cobra defense looking to step up big here.
Yeah, they're going to have to, Mark. Because you're giving this guy the ball with definitely a lot of time to try to get some on the board.
Two receivers to each side, running back to the left of Brandon Hanna. 52 seconds to play in the half. Hanna takes the snap. He'll hand it off to Smith. Smith broke a tackle at the 35, gets outside to the 30, 25, to the 21-yard line. He'll go out of bounds.
They better watch it. They'll call a penalty there. You got to be cognizant of what's going on. That was a play that should have been stopped in the backfield. I mean, they were right there, good defense, in position, and then you don't make the tackle. And that's the first time he done broke something since earlier in the half.
Spot the ball, 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. 38.3 seconds to go in the first half. Tied up at 14. Erie jumped out early to a 14-0 lead. Cobras answered with 2 touchdowns of their own to tie us at 14.
And the reason this is such a big situation is that he's in this position and he's got all 3 of his timeouts to work with also.
2 receivers to each side. Steve Smith, the tailback in the backfield. Jackson goes in motion from right to left. Give it to Smith on a delay handoff. And he's going to be bottled up at the 19-yard line. Just gets a couple. And that is going to be an Express timeout with 30 seconds to go here in the half. And as you watch this drive unfold for the Express after the turnover, it's one of those you don't want to give them momentum not only on the scoreboard but going into the locker room as well.
Yeah, that's it. You definitely don't want to do that. And like I said, that was just an errant throw there. Is that once you didn't see your guy where you wanted it, that was just one of those, just chalk it up, throw it away, punt it, and see what would happen from there.
How do you approach this, especially defensively? Like, we haven't seen a lot of blitzing. We've seen a lot of base from the Cobras in the first half. Is this a time to reach into that bag, or would you not this spot of the field?
No, I don't think I would do it right now. They're in a situation that is just second down. So I don't think you want to take that chance. You definitely want to play straight up, play more cerebral in this, and try to see if you can just stop it for as least amount as you can right now, because you're just in a hard place right now. You got a team that got their timeouts, and you just got to play straight up tough defense.
Second down, 10 yards to go for the Express. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Smith, the running back, to the right of the quarterback, Brandon Hanna, who's looking to the left side. Now back to the right, feeling the pressure. Gets a nice block, goes downfield. The pass is incomplete off the shoulder pads of Terry Jackson. Yeah. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10.
Yeah. I mean, it looked like he got that ball right there on the 8, and he just let the ball get to him. Can't let that ball get to your body. You got to catch it with your hands. He actually zipped that right in there.
That was an impressive throw by Brandon Hanna on the run.
Yep.
We've seen both quarterbacks throwing off that back foot, but with accuracy.
Yeah, that's something. I mean, he zipped it there.
21.8 seconds to go. It is 3rd down and 10 from the 19-yard line.
Yeah, this is big here.
Smith to the left of Hanna, who has twins to each side. Hanna to throw. Has a clean pocket. Now rolling to the right side. He's going to run the football 15 to the 11-yard line and out of bounds.
Is he close to the first down? I don't know what you do on this one here. He's probably a yard short.
12.8 seconds to go from the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like you're about 2 yards. No, it's
first and goal from the 10.
So this is big. I guess you got a timeout, so you could definitely run a play and see if you can get something. And then after that, I don't know how their regular field goal kicker, we haven't seen him.
We have not seen him
and
today.
I don't know what they have, and so far the guy's been great on the extra points, but you definitely got to play for sure. Maybe 2 if they can go with something quick.
Pledger and Singleton to the left. That's Antonio Batista and Terry Jackson to the right side. Smith to the left of Brandon Hanna. Gives it to Smith. Lost it on the turf. Loose ball bouncing around. Cobras may have that football on the 15-yard line, and they do. They force the second express turnover of this first half and turn Erie away with 6.8 seconds to go in the half.
Yep. You go here now, you can just kneel that thing down and get out of here with a tie at the half. Boy, were they fortunate on that. The exchange was not clean there, and that fumble came on. Boy.
Would you take the knee or
Yes.
Slap's got the arm?
Yes.
Right.
Slap's got the arm.
You take the knee where you are on the field.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely got the arm to throw it. I believe that. But, if he throws something deep and they intercept it, it's almost like a punt return. And you can get something set up that they might can run it back. So I think you just play it safe, go in. Most of the momentum has been on the Cobra side towards this last ending of this quarter. So try to keep that momentum there, and I think you just kneel, and that's it. There it is. That's what
they will take that knee. They will head to the locker room. We have come to the end of the first half, and we are exactly where we were when this game began a little over an hour ago. It is the Erie Express 14, the Cleveland Cobras 14. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras Broadcast Network on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
This is number 79, Josh Jackson, and you're listening to Cleveland Cobras football on iMedia One Network. Let's get it.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Malutic Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Malutic_live. And remember, our fans come first.
Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
Catch sports talk around the clock in the Valley on the iMedia One Network, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast.
Time to begin the halftime show here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network. Mark Means, Dave Clark, Dave Ferris with you and we're pretty much where we thought we might be heading into the half, although it was Erie who jumped out to the early 2-touchdown lead. The Cobras responded with 2 of their own through the air to tie the game at 14. And, you know, we don't have official numbers, but you look at pretty much everything, including turnovers, and this game is about right down the middle even.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's a tale of 2 quarters, basically, because definitely Erie came out and was on fire. And then that momentum, it's just like a switch went off. And then the Cobras, and then from there, it's been a stalemate. And this has been a very interesting game. I definitely like it. I'm enjoying this one.
You know what, little chippy here, little chippy there, but it's what you expect in a big game. And I know time to talk the praises of these coaching staffs, because they have done a great job adjusting and then readjusting to what each team is doing.
Yeah, and you know, with everything that's going on, not only just the adjustments within the game, but just the situation with the referees, a lot of things were off. All kind of things were going on in this football game, and they were able to make those adjustments on the fly.
Update from St. Christine's in Youngstown. The Federals now trailing the Ohio Legends 24-20 as they begin the fourth quarter.
Oh, my goodness.
The Legends have found their offensive rhythm in the second half.
They're making up for all the lost time of never scoring.
Where we have the battles of the undefeated. The undefeated. These are the battles of the defeated.
I believe going into play, Tier 2 had 3 winless teams. So we will see how that plays out in the rest of the season. Of course, we mentioned this in the pregame show. Cobras head to Steel City to take on the Bobcats, who are 2-1. Express hosting the Beaver County Arctic Bengals next week, who are 1-2. And then as most semi-pro leagues do, at least the ones that we have worked with over the years, they will take the 4th of July weekend off, and we'll jump right back into things the second week of July.
Yeah, and they'll keep going at it. And if games could be like this, you could feel the intensity of this game and how important it is. And then you just see how good both teams are, and the coaching staffs, as you said earlier, being able to, on the fly, adjust things like that. Let you know what we have tonight.
We'll take a time out. When we come back, we'll give you a first half scoring and the third quarter kickoff. That's coming up next. You're listening to the Cobras Broadcast Network on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem's local and national sports talk can be found on TuneIn and the Live 365 app at Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge. Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Golf in the Mahoning Valley starts at Mill Creek Golf Course. Come out to the 36 beautiful hole design course by Donald Ross, and golf lessons are available by calling the team shop at 330-740-7112. Don't forget about family fun nights on Friday and Saturday evenings, a family of 4 with cart for only $25. Or visit the Wick Recreation Area and the lighted par 3 course. Book your tee time today at 330-740-7112 or online at millcreekmetroparks.org.
Hello, Kubo. What have you got planned for today?
Come on, this way.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
It's the most powerful magic there is.
Head outside to discover incredible animals.
Wow.
And beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure. So grab your loved ones and explore a world of possibilities. Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the U.S. Forest Service.
My teacher said that we should have a plan in case of an emergency. Do we have one?
First thing I'm gonna do is grab a flashlight with dead batteries.
I'm going to start randomly throwing clothes in the bag. You two will be hiding in the closet and Dad won't be able to find you.
And that's when we both start crying.
Uncontrollably. Can you pass the cutlets?
Winging it is not an emergency plan. Make sure your kids know what to do during an emergency, who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311. Brought to you by the New York City Office of Emergency Management and the Ad Council.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Listen to Grove City College football all season long right here on Western Reserve Radio. Play action for East with time down the field. Got him in stride. That's Drake. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cameron Drake.
Give it
to Schools across the 50, 45, 40, he's gone, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Wesley Schools. Listen to head coach Andrew DiDonato and the Grove City College Wolverines all year long right here on Western Reserve Radio.
Allison is perfect. I mean, she'd never tell you that. She's humble and perfect. She likes everyone. She even likes her untidy roommate's weird guinea pig. Allison, wait, are you texting and driving? Allison, no. That's the exact opposite of what I was just saying about you. Why, Allison? Why? Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. So I want you to learn to spot a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. I'm Paul George. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
My name is Lola Silvestri, and I'm going to be 95 this year. I was very independent. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels. America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
Miss an episode of By All Means, and you could miss a lot.
I have the sound up, and I appreciate the guys that do the work now. But it is with great appreciation I see what the guys do, not only the announcers, but also the players. So we've had wonderful playoffs. I mean, single, double, triple overtime games. It's been fantastic.
By All Means, Tuesdays at 5, right here on Western Reserve Radio and streaming live on westernreserveradio.com.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Halftime clock winding down under 40 seconds as we get set to begin the third quarter of action here on Western Reserve Radio, along with our broadcast partners, 12-Ounce Sports Network and Snowman Media. Thank you for being along for this Cleveland Cobras broadcast here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network. Mark Means, Dave Clark, Dave Ferris, sitting in the air chairs today for Jim Craven and Coach Bob Gessler. And always good to get back together and get a little practice before we start our high school season.
Yeah, it felt so good just to get here, get back in that seat, and feels good, and then we got the right type of game to have for our first one.
Our first Thursday night game scheduled to be Walsh Jesuit and Ursuline from Youngstown State, and we are going to jump right into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we are ready to begin the third quarter. The Express will get their hands on the football first. As we get set to begin the third quarter, as the sun came out for a while, but we are in complete shade now. And had a chance for all of us to kind of hydrate and get ready to begin the third quarter. On what began the game as cold water, but is now pretty much room temperature.
Yes.
So Ben Lyons ready to kick the football away. Single man back deep for the Erie Express. That is number 37, Tajon Carr. And Lions kick, tight ropes the sideline at the 6-yard line. And he's going to bring it back across the middle of the field, across the 35. And out to about the 36-yard line. And you mentioned it earlier, he does not hesitate.
He doesn't hesitate at all.
He takes the ball and he goes upfield.
And he goes upfield in a hurry. And he's not a big guy either. And doesn't have any problem running into traffic. And if he has to, he gets as much as he can out of it. And they got a nice starting point right now at the 35-yard line.
So 1st and 10 for the Express to begin this third quarter. They will work right to left with veteran quarterback Brandon Hanna at the helm. Had a chance to talk to Paul Pennington from the Express before the game and sung the praises of Brandon Hanna, not only what he does for them on the field, what he does off the field, and of course he is the head coach of the Jefferson Falcons football team. They're a girls basketball team as well.
Yeah, that's something. That's a guy that is busy.
Hanna 1st and 10 with 2 receivers to each side. Now he'll send Nazir Singleton outside of the hash marks. Hanna takes the snap, puts it in the belly of his running back. 2 hands on the ball for Smith, spinning across the 45, and out to midfield. And that's a first down and another run by Steve Smith for a first down.
Boy, did that look familiar. That's the way we started off the first half, the same exact way, with a big run by Smith and getting into the secondary in a hurry.
So 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line of the Cobras. Stacked twin receivers to each side of the formation. High snap for Hanna, pulls it down, goes to Nazir Singleton. That pass hits the turf and incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10. We've seen the same 4 receivers, Terry Jackson, Antonio Batista, Nazir Singleton, and Shai Pledger when they go to their 2x2.
And it's the same set like that. And they love throwing it out there to their guys. So they got Cobras can make a little adjustment there, get a little bit closer, and you might have an opportunity to get in there and pick one off.
92 at kickoff. We've dropped to 88 now here to begin the second half. Can you feel the cool?
Oh, yes. Beautiful.
Stack receivers to each side. Hanna gives it to his running back, bottled up in the backfield, trying to bounce it down the line of scrimmage, turns it upfield, has a first down across the 40 and down near the 35-yard line. He just walked right down the line of scrimmage, found a crease, turned it upfield, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and he runs very violently, too. And he's a guy that wants to get upfield and get yard, and he's not hesitating to do so. He's a violent runner, and that's the type of guy you got to lay a lick on him. You got to calm that down. That's the only way you're going to do it is you're going to really have to put something on him.
A running back that seeks contact.
Yeah, he's looking for it, and you got to give it to him.
So they will, again, stack 2 receivers momentarily to the right. Now they want to make sure that Hanna and Singleton are on the same page. Split 2 to the right, 2 to the left side with Terry Jackson in the slot to the left. Smith is the tailback. Low snap for Hanna. Gives it to Singleton on that little receiver flip, and he is going to be pulled down from behind right near the line of scrimmage as he was wrapped up and pulled down. Great job by the interior to stay home and not get fooled.
Yeah, absolutely. He almost got decapitated on that one. I mean, he just was gone as he came through that center of the line. Great defensive play there to stay home.
That's Andrew Code, number 52, who came up from the D-line to make the stop. It's 2nd down and 10 for the Express. Their opening drive of this third quarter that's tied up at 14. On the Tri-Point Football League Game of the Week here on the iMedia One Network. Ohio Legends, Mahoning Valley Federals over on City View Sportscast. That's a tight one in the fourth quarter. Two receivers to each side of the formation. Jackson goes in motion. Fake it to him. They give it to Smith right up the middle. And he's able to pick up a couple of yards and bring up 3rd down. And that's designed to draw eyes to the slot motion and then give it to the tailback, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And that way you can get the linebackers rotating the wrong area. And all he needs is a crease. If you get that crease, he can really break something off up in there. And that's what he did earlier in the game. They did a good job of closing that up there.
3rd down, just about 6 yards to go from the Cobra 29-yard line. Two receivers, now three receivers as they empty the backfield. Two to the right, three to the left side, with Singleton in the slot to the left. Hannah all alone in the backfield on third down and about 6 to go. Hannah to throw. Pressure, going to roll to the opposite side of the field. Looking downfield, looking to run. He's going to get the first down and get out of bounds. And this express drive will continue, and we've got a Cobras player slow to get up.
Yeah, I'm shocked that they didn't get a call over there on that block if you would have seen it. Down low, chop block area, and caught him in an awkward position. It was really something a flag could have came out. They didn't call it, though.
So, training staff for the Cobras tending to the player that's down, and
they're carrying him
they're
off because
picking him right up. And
where he got hit right at the knees. I mean, and it was from the behind area. That's why I'm shocked. I was looking over there to see if a flag was coming, and nothing came.
Trying to carry the player off, and he apologized momentarily, not able to see a number the way he's being helped off the field. Can tell you under 10 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Federals up by 10 now on the Ohio Legends, 34-24.
Like number 8 there.
Let's see, number 8, that looks like Marvin Germany listed as number 8 on the roster.
Yeah. And he was a guy that was not suited up in the first half. I seen him get his pads on this half to get out there and get action. I don't know if he was suspended or something for the first half, but he just able to get the pads, and here he's injured now.
So it is a first down for the Express. Single receiver to the right, trips to the left side, running back to the right. Hannah now going to put Smith in motion. Hannah back to throw, looking for the one-on-one to the outside, and the defensive back took that route away immediately, Dave. What did he do?
Immediately forcing them to the sidelines, and use that as another defensive man where he just take him completely out of position. The only one that could have got to that ball was the defensive back. I mean, he eliminated it quickly.
Yeah, I was going to say 5 yards off the line of scrimmage, there was no chance to complete that pass.
There was no chance at all. He forced him right to the sideline, and he used that sideline as an extra defensive man.
So second down and 10 from the 23-yard line. 10:04 to play, third quarter. We remain tied at 14. Stack receivers to each side of the formation. Hannah has Smith to the right. Looking to the sidelines, now turns back towards the line of scrimmage. They're going to run it with Smith, spins off a one tackle, and
he's a determined runner, I'm telling you.
Drove down to the 19 for about a 4-yard gain. And it'll bring up now a second down for the Express. Excuse me, third down.
Yeah, he's definitely a violent type runner because he's not a big guy. But the way he runs, it's hard to bring down.
Just for some housekeeping, that was Cameron McCauley, number 8. Is not on your roster. I think he's that blank 8 that you have.
I do have a gap right there. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
And if you're watching that line, Dave, the defensive line of the Cobras are pawing at that ball, trying to get it loose as they're keeping him upright. And by keeping him upright, they're letting him get that extra yardage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Third down and 8 for the Express. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Smith to the right of Brandon Hannah on third down. Hannah takes the snap, looks deep down the sidelines, floats it out there, and that pass is caught for a touchdown. Terry Jackson from 19 yards out, and the Express have taken the lead.
Great catch, too.
8:56 to play here in the third quarter. Hannah to Jackson from 19 yards out.
Great play there.
And now it'll bring on Nathan Lazon to attempt the extra point. We mentioned, have not seen Eric Rockwood, who handled the kicking duties last week, but this is semi-pro football, so sometimes life obligations
will
take a priority.
Yeah, and that's what it is with semi-pro. I mean,
so he will come on to attempt the extra point, and I have a question for you after the kick that I've
right.
never thought of till just now.
Okay.
So you should be worried.
Yeah, I am.
Lazan on to attempt the extra point, but again,
here we go with a guy got to run in.
Man down as they will bring on a wing protector. Snap down, extra point on the way, and that flutters up and good. With 8:56 to play here, third quarter, it is now Erie 21 and Cleveland 14. We'll keep it here so I can ask my question. Did you, who played professionally at multiple levels, ever think about playing semi-pro after that?
Yes, I did. At the time, I'm trying to think of the name of the team, the Mahoning Valley. I forgot.
The Hard Hats?
No, it wasn't the Hard Hats, because they weren't playing. Was it Mahoning Valley Cobras? Is that what's the name?
I'm not sure.
I
remember the Hard Hats, and I, of course, remember the Scourge, and now the Federals.
It was before the Scourge and after the Hard Hats. And I want to say it was the Mahoning Valley Cobras. Almost got talked into playing. I was thinking Almost. My brothers said, you done played enough. You done did all you could do. You don't need to go out there and play for nothing and get injured or something like that. But I never thought about injuries. I just thought about playing.
Because what, USFL, NFL, CFL? You played all the FLs.
Yeah, all the FLs.
And we get a confirmation from Jim Craven there was a Mahoning Valley Cobra, so that's it.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought it was, the Cobras.
The Youngstown semi-pro historian strikes.
Yes. Yeah, they had a definitely good running back who tried to get me to play.
Kick deflects up off the return. That's a live ball back to the 14-yard line.
That can break off to something.
Picks it up, and he is awkwardly twisted down at the 20-yard line. That did not look pleasant. Good to see him bounce up quickly and head back to the sidelines. That is, looks like Tyree Knight, number 2. It also lets me know that Jim is listening and I should behave myself.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely had a guy, Jerry. I want to say his last name was Rushton, but I might be off. But it was
That's
a running back.
That's a good name for a running back.
Yeah, this guy was a top running back for them. And when I got back into town, he tried to get me to come and play. They had already played about 3 or 4 games, wanted me to just jump out there and start playing. I thought about it hard. You know, the wife was not really in agreement with it a lot. She said it's time to sit yourself down somewhere. So I went on and listened that time and sat down. It was hard to do, though.
21-14 is the Erie lead, their first lead of this third quarter. Thompson has twins to each side of the formation. 1 receiver each side outside of the hash, 1 in. Hard count by Thompson. Takes the snap. He'll look to throw it on first down. And he's just going to unload this one to the sidelines, and incomplete as that pocket collapsed around him, and he did a good job to just get rid of the ball.
Yeah, they got the pressure immediately up inside on him, and that's some of the best pressure you can come when you can contain the ends and get the pass rush up the middle. That can cause a lot of problems for the quarterback, but he did the right thing there. He didn't try to force anything.
We saw the Express get pressure. The Cobras adjusted. Now they got pressure again, waiting to see what the second adjustment might be.
Because they're going to have to do something again.
8:38 to play, third quarter. 21-14, Erie leading Cleveland. Twin receivers to each side, single back in the backfield with Slap Thompson. Showing pressure off the edge from the slot corner. Thompson rolling out, looking downfield, fires that into coverage. That pass is intercepted. Spins off of a tackle and into the end zone for a Erie Express touchdown. That was number 32, Jonathan Williams, who played his college ball at Gannon, with the 19-yard interception for the touchdown.
Yeah, that had bad written all over it as soon as he threw it. I mean, everything was covered over there. The same thing he did earlier when he threw the ball out of bounds was exactly what he should have did then. And trying to force it in there, they had everything covered and bottled up.
So the interception brought back for a touchdown. And just like that, a 14-point swing here to begin the third quarter.
Same what we seen earlier. So can we have a repeat of what we seen in the first half? But they're going to have to get it together because you can't force nothing.
So are they going to say he was down back at the 20? Yeah, Erie still got the football, so they're going to say he was touched down back at the 20-yard line, I do believe.
Was he down? I don't remember his knee, or I don't remember anything of him. Yeah, it's been an interesting night, as I said earlier. It's been very interesting.
I love how you use that word.
Yeah, it's been interesting. Also, my optician, I'm going to have to see him because all these things is happening tonight is making me think I can't see well.
Might need to up the prescription before high school season rolls around.
I'm telling you. Because I don't know. I don't know what's going on there.
Didn't see a penalty.
So it must not be a score, I'm assuming.
I believe it's the 21-14, but we are looking for some clarification up here where the game and the scoreboard are operated from.
Yep,
no touchdown. Take it off the board, he said. So that is a big time break for the Cobras, making it 21-14. Absolute confusion in the press box.
I'm about to get them fixed. hey. Yeah.
And no protest, no argument out of the Express either.
I don't get it. Okay, here we go.
Stack two receivers, Dietz out of the formation, Hannah out of the pistol with Smith, the quarterback, or the running back who gets the football. He hits the line and drives forward down to the 15-yard line. That's a pickup of 5, and that little inside handoff has worked very well.
Yep, and I think they will continue to do that and start attacking that way because it's there. It's there, and if 4 or 5, that's all you need. You're going to grind yourself into another first down. You'll keep the chains moving.
The aforementioned Woody Hayes football.
Yeah.
3 yards.
In a cloud of
but
dust.
No dust on the turf field. Hannah give
nice.
that ball off.
Nice
and
effort there.
Spinning his way to about the, are they going to spot this, about the 6-yard line. And
cramp.
We got a Cobra player down with a cramp. And I was just going to say that
first
cramp in this kind of weather.
Yeah, that is shocking.
That's pretty good because, you said this all high school season last couple of years. It's not about hydrating on game day.
Yeah.
It's about hydrating up to game day.
No, it's not. You have to do this way ahead. And I used to think that when I was younger, too. Oh, let me get all as much fluid as I can in that day. It's not about that day. It's all the way up until then. And you have to get in this heat, boy, this really been pretty good to see. That's the very first time I've seen anybody showing any situation of cramping.
It says that these guys on both sides were preparing, knowing that, we pretty much have the same weather, Cleveland and Erie. What hits Cleveland will eventually hit Erie in most cases.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Except for the snow. They may get a little bit more up there.
Yeah, they can have it.
They sure can. I saw so many comments this week, I'd rather it be negative with snow than this. And I was like, I'll take the heat every time.
Yeah, me too. I could find a cool place to go.
Right. There's always a cool place
to
go. First and goal for the Express from the 6-yard line. 2 receivers to each side. Smith going to move from the right to the left side of quarterback Brandon Hannah. High snap, fakes it to Smith. Hannah's going to keep it, dancing along the 5-yard line. Lowers the shoulder, and he's in from 6 yards out. Brandon Hannah has doubled up the Express lead now to 27-14, pending the extra point. So at 6:58, Hannah's 6-yard touchdown run.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're going to have to respond, and they're going to have to respond quickly as they did in the first half.
So the extra point from Lazard coming up, and Hannah's really had a hand in the offense. And I had to slow that down for a minute in this third quarter.
Yeah, he has. He's operated real well, and so what he's doing, leading his team, whether he has to pass or run it, or just get the running game going, he's been able to do that.
Lazard on for the extra point. Snap good, kick on the way. He has plenty of distance, and it is good. 6:58 to play here in this third quarter. And we think for sure this time it is Erie 28, Cleveland 14. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras Broadcast Network on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Tyree Knight, number 2 of the Cleveland Cobras, and you're listening to the Tri-Point Football League on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One network. Go Cobras.
6 minutes, 58 seconds to go here, third quarter. 28-14 is the lead for the Erie Express in the battle of the unbeatens between the 3-0 Cobras and the 3-0 Express. Next week, Cobras on the road. They head to Pittsburgh to take on the Steel City Bobcats. Express at home for the Beaver County Arctic Bengals.
Yeah, I love that name.
Wait till I show you the logo. It's pretty good, too.
All right.
They've done a nice job with all the logos in the Tri-Point Football League. Kudos to all these franchises. So Lazon set to kick. Gets his foot into this one. It's going to drift inside the 10, outside 15, with room across the 20. And that room was immediately eliminated on a wonderful open field special teams tackle. And I was impressed last week when I called the Federals game. That's Ryan Whitman, who played at St. Francis.
Yeah.
Just right down the seams, making a great tackle.
I mean, right down and no hesitation, right to the ball carrier, wrapped him up and brought him to the turf.
So first and 10 for the Cobras from the 24-yard line, and they need to answer here, Dave.
Oh, they have to. I mean, the same situation we had in the first half is the same situation they have now, and maybe even more urgently now because a little bit more time was off the clock in this third quarter. So they're going to have to get with it right now.
So first and 10 for the Cobras from the 24-yard line. Thompson brings the troops to the line of scrimmage. Going to send twins to the right and twins to the left side. Sun has gone down, and it is starting to slightly cool off. Slot man goes in motion from right to left. They fake it to him, go down the seam, and had a man, but that ball slightly underthrown and incomplete. And the Cobras thinking if you can run that play to sidetrack our linebackers, we can do it too.
And I'll tell you, if you get that ball on the line and got it to him, that was 6 points. Right down the seam, wide open.
Second down and 10, 5:29 to play here, third quarter. Just past 9 o'clock here on Western Reserve Radio. Two receivers to each side, single back in the backfield with Thompson. Again, slot man will go in motion. Thompson twists the hips, fires downfield, had a man, incomplete. Would have been about a yard and a half shy of the first down. And we saw that a few years ago at the college level, that little, like, I don't know what the technical term is, but the little like twitch of the hips to kind of pull the DB off and create some space.
Yeah, and they've been doing it real well, but here in the second half, our guys are dropping the football, and they're not holding on to it. That was a good pass there.
I may be a little biased, but who I think did that best at the college level was J.T. Barrett. That was his
little thing.
His little dance move that he would try and sidetrack the safety. He had a decent career at Ohio State, I believe.
Yeah, he definitely was a good.
He won a few games.
Yep.
Twins to each side, single back in the backfield. Thompson takes the snap, 3-step drop, steps up in the pocket, fires middle. That's deflected and incomplete. And that'll be a quick 4th down in a punting situation for Ben Lyons and the Cobras.
Yeah, I tell you that this is a chance for Erie to really, as they say, put the foot on the chest if they're able to get another score here. There's a good defense there, getting the ball back. You can really take the air out of the sail of the Cobras.
Looks like that is Carr back to return the punt, standing right about his 40-yard line.
I'm really impressed with that guy Carr back there, too, because he's a little guy. He's not big at all. If he's 150 pounds, if that, and he has no fear at all.
You always like the undersized guys that just are out there with max effort.
Yeah, I love that. I just love that.
Lions the punt, standing at his 10-yard line. Good snap right at the numbers, gets the kick away, got knocked to the turf. Here comes the flag for running into Lions.
Let's see what they're going to call it. He looked like it's first down.
Yep, it is.
It's called roughing.
Roughing the punter, Ben Lyons. That is an easy first down, and now a big opportunity with a second chance here for the Cobras.
This is it. And if you remember, in the first half, it was something similar too. Remember, it was on a 3rd down. They got a penalty. They got them the first down, and then they were able to score and get right back into the football game. It made it 14-7. So can this be something similar that we've seen in the first half?
Federals have pulled away from the Ohio Legends, now leading 42-24. Waiting final official word that is a final, 42-24. The Federals have won their first game in Tier 2 of the Tri-Point Football League over the winless and previously unscored Ohio Legends.
Yeah, they put some points on the board this time.
Two receivers go to each side. Thompson as a running back, 2 yards deep behind him. 5:08 to play here, 3rd quarter. Thompson takes the snaps, runs the option, pitches it behind his back. Did a nice job to reach back for the football and drove all the way out to about the 45-yard line. Javon Washington, that's a nice athletic play to reach back and grab the football.
Yeah, because that pitch was definitely behind him. And he didn't break stride at all. He just reached back, grabbed it, and kept on rolling.
So that's a gain of about 4 yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 6. We go under 5 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Cobras trying to get that momentum back that they had in the 2nd quarter, trailing now 28-14. 14 unanswered by the Express here in the 3rd quarter. Two receivers go to the right, 2 to the left. Single back in the backfield with Thompson. Takes the snap, puts it in his running back's belly, who drives forward down to the 49-yard line.
Nice pick up there.
That is Javon Washington. And
I think at this point, they gave him the first down.
And no chains coming out. First down, keep the drive moving.
Keep it going. This is an important drive too, Mark. They need to get points on the board.
Two receivers to each side, single back to the right of Slap Thompson. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line of the Cobras. Express bringing a blitz. Cobras pick it up nicely. Pass fire downfield, and the catch made just shy, we'll say, at the 46-yard line. That is a gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
And that's a good way. You take what the defense give you. You know, you're halfway there to another first down. You still got to – I think you're always in 4-down territory now, in my opinion. You can't let this game get out of hand, so I think you're in 4 downs all the way.
2 minutes, 50 seconds, clock rolling here, third quarter, 28-14, Erie leading Cleveland in this Tier 1 Tri-Point Football League game. 2 receivers to each side, running back to the left of Thompson. Erie showing blitz pre-snap. Thompson gives it to the running back, and he's going to be bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that play. This will bring up 3rd down and a little more than 5 for the Cobras.
Yeah, I didn't get anything on that play. And they were bringing the heat, too, on that play. Had a nice run blitz, which was perfect call defensively by Erie.
Now, when you say run blitz, what's the difference between a blitz trying to get the quarterback and a run blitz?
Yeah, a lot of times it's not wide, it's down the lanes and the seams. And what you're doing is if you get to the quarterback, you got to, but you're always looking for the running back first. And that's where you're going to get.
1 minute, 40 seconds to go here, third quarter. 3rd down, long 5 to go for the Cobras. Twins to each side. Thompson running back to his right, takes the snap. This is a deep drop, 3 steps. Sets his feet, goes downfield. Receiver got knocked down, knocked off his route.
Yeah.
No call made.
No, I don't know what they're – these glasses, boy.
Coming from the former defensive back, no less.
Yeah, I'm trying to be as fair as possible. I'm usually always for the defense, but that one there, I don't know.
I'm sorry, but push-ups after a play, I don't know. The old school in me says that's a penalty. That's unsportsmanlike. It'll never be a call, but
right.
Who knows? So 4th down, offense remains on the field.
Yeah.
It's 4th down, closer to 6 yards.
Yeah, that's what I said. They're in 4-down territory all the way. That's what I looked at. But that right there was interference.
Split 2 receivers to each side, running back to the right of Thompson on 4th and 6. Thompson, deep drop with time. Pumps, pulls it down, looks downfield. Trying to turn this into a play, gets a block, gets across the 40, and it'll go out of bounds near the 36-yard line as Thompson went flying to the track, and that it's going to be a 1st down for the Cobras, as he said, I'm just going to do this myself and pick up the 1st down.
He sure did get it. And big boy got rumbling, and you think he can't get out there and get the 1st down. You may think that, but he has enough in the gas tank to get out there and get that.
We saw a couple weeks back rushing for 3 touchdowns in one game.
Well, I was going to say, when you have a quarterback that does something like that, a lot of times that lifts the rest of your team. You see what effort he did on that play to get that 1st down. That has to raise the level of play from your teammates.
Under 30 seconds to go in this third quarter. Split receivers, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Thompson takes the snap. Loose ball on the turf. Thompson didn't realize it was on the ground.
And
the Express are going to pick this football up, and they are going to rumble it back all the way for a touchdown. The ball came loose from the running back. Thompson didn't realize that the exchange was missed. And this is going to be an Express touchdown.
I was just standing, I'm just wondering what in the world was going on. And then I'm looking, I said, the ball is just sitting there on the turf. And what was strange about it, Mark, it didn't even look like the running back reacted to, hey, I dropped the football either. That was weird right there.
2.7 seconds to go here in this third quarter.
I don't know, Mark. That one is hard to explain. That one made me hoarse. I had to get something down in the throat.
Need the refreshment, did you?
Oh, my goodness. I'm looking and I'm saying the ball is just sitting there, and I didn't see the running back react. Nobody reacted to anything, and I just didn't understand it.
Right. It was You know, the exchange was not clean. It seemed to be up high near the shoulder.
Shoulders, yeah, it was high. It definitely was. It's just that this was strange that nobody reacted to the ball. Quarterback nor the running back reacted as if anything was going on. Wow, that was really weird there.
Lazan on for the extra point. And again, Erie, a man down, runs an extra person onto the field.
As usual.
It's been consistent.
Yes, on both sides.
Snap good, hold good. Extra point is a line drive that is up and good. And 21 unanswered here in this third quarter gives the Express the big lead with 2.7 seconds to play in the third.
Yeah, and 14 points off of turnovers too. So, you know, well, no, because they did call the imaginary guy down. So.
Right, the interception for touchdown that was nullified for reasons beyond our knowledge.
That. Right. So, I mean, just giving up these points like this, these turnovers, is really demoralizing. And now you could just look at the mood of the Cobras on the sideline, which right now, as a coaching staff, you got to get these guys back in it. You still have a whole quarter. Things can happen. Different things can happen. You got to get these guys ready to go.
So they will kick the ball back to the Cobras, and I didn't get the number, Dave, but that was a new running back in for that play that I don't believe we had seen today.
Nope.
And they weren't in rhythm.
Yeah, and I didn't see the number either, and it was like a guy, like he didn't even know he was getting the ball. And that's why you see no reaction from him at all to like recover it or anything.
Lazan gets his foot into this end over end. Bobbled, able to stay on his feet, and gets across the 25 to the 26-yard line. And that was a nice athletic play. Put the hand down, so the knee, the elbow, nothing touched, and he was able to continue as we play by the college rules.
Yeah, and at least got it out in a decent area. And here we are now, one more quarter, Mark.
We have come to the end of the third quarter. After 3, Erie 35, Cleveland 21. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras broadcast network on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Tyree Knight, number 2 of the Cleveland Cobras, and you're listening to the Tri-Point Football League on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One network. Go Cobras.
Mark Means alongside Dave Clark and Dave Ferris as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Final 15 minutes up on the board. 35-14 Erie leading Cleveland. Cobras now with the football going right to left here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, what else we done said, reiterated what we done talked about. This is a must-scoring drive right now, but this is really desperation now. They 4 downs all the way. I mean, there's no punting now. I mean, you have to try to do something.
So 2 receivers go to each side of the formation. Single back in the backfield with Thompson, who works out of the pistol standing on his 20-yard line. Takes the snap, 3-step drop. Time, steps up in the pocket, thought about throwing. Now he'll tuck and run, and he'll get out to about the 28-yard line. Good decision by Thompson to just keep the football rather than force it into traffic in the middle.
Right. Yeah, because he could have, and that would have been a disaster. So just getting whatever and keep the drive, but they're not showing any urgency in the huddle. Taking a lot of time.
14-20, clock continues to run here in this fourth quarter. It's been a hot, humid, hazy evening here at Brooklyn High School.
Yes. I believe the Cobras are in the haze right now, everything that then went on with them in this last quarter.
Outscored 21-0 in that third quarter, looking to get on the board here to start the fourth. Twins to each side. Thompson kept the football, and there was no place for him as that was an all-out blitz.
I mean, all out. That's what they call zero blitz, and that means you're bringing the entire, your safety is up and coming. Everybody is coming, and it was nothing to read because everybody was up on the line, and I don't know.
It's a loss of a couple. Going to bring up now. Third down. And we'll come to the line of scrimmage, needing about 13 for a first down.
Yep.
Twins to each side. Thompson single back with him in the backfield. Big third down here coming up for Cleveland. Slot receiver from right to left goes in motion. They give it to him on the jet sweep. Cuts back to the 25 and spins down to about the 27-yard line, and going to bring up fourth down and about 7 to go.
Yeah.
Now, how much of that call is to try and simplify and make fourth down a little easier?
Yeah, I mean, it can be, but at this desperation now, you still have a fourth and about almost 6 yards, and you're at your own 30. So he's making it really tough on yourself here.
Again, Twins go to each side of the formation. Looks like it's Calhoun now in the backfield with Thompson on fourth down and 6. 12-12 to play in this fourth quarter. Thompson to throw it. With time, goes down the middle, and that pass is going to be incomplete, and a turnover on downs, and Erie's going to get the football back.
Yep.
Erie took the press coverage off that time.
Yes, they did.
Kind of played it man up across the board.
Yeah, that's what they did. They played it safe, and they were everywhere they needed to be. I know Slap was a little upset. He seemed like he was upset. I don't know if it was somebody ran a wrong route or what, but it's enough, as they say, blame to go around for everything on that. It's just the execution has been horrible this second half, and really kind of shocking because they show so much more momentum towards the end of the first half that you could see them coming out, and they seem to be completely flat.
Tied the game at 14 after being down by 14. Got to stop deep in their own territory at the end of the first half.
They got enough people on the field.
Cobras, as that pass is snapped in his ear, Singleton to the 5, and he's in for the touchdown.
I mean, see, when I looked at it and watched the complete disorganization there.
Three Cobra players came off the field.
We seen 3 guys running off the field, and they caught him like that. I mean, it just complete this. I said it after that first touchdown. They have to bring these guys together, reel them in. You're not out of the ball game. You got to get them together, and hey, everything is just unraveled now.
Lazard on for the extra point.
Now, I'm going to give Erie all the credit as possible. They have played well. They have capitalized on what they needed to capitalize on. But the Cobras should have they got it. They needed to stay in this ball game. They need to stay into it because whether you win or lose, you can't think that they're this much better than you. The score doesn't indicate how closely these teams was matched, if you really ask me.
They are going to leave the offense on the field and go for 2.
Boy.
Leading 41-14 with 11:54 to play here in the fourth quarter, and I don't understand this.
This is what you call getting kicked in the teeth. This could really rub you the wrong way.
Stack receivers to each side. Hanna out of the pistol, running back to his left. Fakes it to him. Hanna looking to throw, looking back side of the end zone. That pass falls incomplete, and the 2-point conversion is no good. 11:50 to play fourth quarter. Erie 41, Cleveland 14. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras broadcast network on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Tyree Knight, number 2 of the Cleveland Cobras, and you're listening to the Tri-Point Football League on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One network. Go Cobras.
So the two-point attempt fails for the Express, who now lead 41-14, and we were wondering about the health of Nathan Lazan. He is now on the field to kick away.
Yeah, so I was. Well, that's the thing that can really make you erupt there when you see they're going to pour it on you. But
Cobras bringing everybody up across midfield now to the 40. The front line is at the 45.
Yeah, which they should have been anyway. Where they could have onside kicked. You would think they wouldn't.
Lazan's kick is away, fielded on the run at the 18, across
That's right.
the 20.
Don't hesitate.
25-30, 35, and out to about the 38-yard line, and a big hit as he is knocked down there at the 38-yard line. And one of the Express a little slow to get up and head to the far sideline to their bench, and now he is up and heading to the sidelines. That looks like Gary Williams, number 41.
Yeah, this here is going to be vital in these last 11 minutes or something for these referees to keep everything in check, because I see where players is pointing at the scoreboard and this and that, and a lot of things can erupt when stuff like that happens.
So 11:35 to play in this fourth quarter. Cobras have the football, and we're going to now mark it at the 40-yard line. Express looking to go to 6-0 on the season and 4-0 in the Tri-Point Football League tonight. One receiver to the right, trips to the left side, single running back with Thompson in the backfield. He's going to swing it out into the flat. Receiver made a catch, made the man miss at the 40 to the 45 to the 46-yard line. Nice gain on first down as he able to step through that defender and make the reception by Christopher Cawley, number 0.
Yeah, nice little move there, and got upfield and got some yardage for him.
Cobra's going to go right back to the line. Single running back in the backfield, one receiver right, trips to the left. Thompson to throw, off the back foot, fires downfield. That pass is incomplete. It's going to bring up a third down. Now for the Cobras, third and about 3.
Yeah, they still bringing that heat into his face, and he's getting rid of it. You got to have something called on offense where you have a hot receiver and you got to get it to him. Because usually if the blitz is coming from somewhere, wherever it's coming from, there's a hot receiver there.
Every receiver is hot today.
Yeah, because they're bringing it. They're bringing the heat.
So third down and just about 3 to go for the Cobras. Single receiver split outside the hash to the right. Trips to the left side. Single back in the backfield to the left of Thompson. Thompson takes the snap, swings it out. Receiver makes the catch across midfield to the 45 and out of bounds with a Cobras first down. That's Matthew Wise, another catch for him, and a Cobras first down into Express territory.
Yeah, they're getting something to, trying to get a little bit of something moving, but yeah, they don't have to wait.
Now we've got a whistle and a stoppage in plays. Got a timeout on the field called by the Cobras from the Express 45-yard line, and trying to get this up-tempo style going, and it's more about the short completions and getting right back to the line.
And that's what they're trying to do and keep it rolling.
So I feel like every time we do a game in the summer, there's always some interesting baseball news that I like to just give you.
Yeah.
So how about this one? Aaron Judge has said no thank you to the Home Run Derby for this year.
Wow. That's something different.
Mr. Home Run, the face of the game. He is banged up. He did get hit by a pitch this week and, sat out a couple of games, but he's decided that he will not play in the Home Run Derby that will be in Arlington, Texas.
Yeah.
And when they close that roof, you would assume the ball's just going to jump.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. But, hey, he's got to take care of what he needs to so he could be healthy for the rest of the season for his team.
Slot receiver going to go in motion. Move out to the right side. Thompson to throw it. Stepping up into the pocket. Pump fakes. He's going to run 45 and out of bounds near the 42-yard line. Picks up a couple of yards, and love to see that. Two players in a hotly contested big game just kind of patting each other on the helmet and heading back to their sidelines.
Yeah, because this is the type of game that can get out of hand and all kind of things can break loose, but it's good to see that. That
was Deshaun Whitman, number 22, the safety who played at Hocking College there with Slap Thompson. Second down. About 7 yards to go. Twins to each side. Game clock under 9 minutes to play here, fourth quarter. Thompson takes the snap, drops back to the 50, fires downfield, and then the receiver did a nice job, came back to the football. First down to the 31, and another catch on this drive from Matthew Wise.
Yeah, very nice catch, too. Being able to get back to that football and getting it down low and made sure he secured it before he hit the turf.
So first down for the Cobras. They'll spot the ball at the 32-yard line. Some wholesale substitutions for the Express now as they've gone to the hockey line substitution.
Yeah.
Thompson going to hand the ball off on first down. And
that's Provitt right there on that tackle.
Down to about the 30-yard line was the run by Javon Washington. You mentioned it, that name we are all very familiar with. Wearing 72, Javon Provitt, the worn JFK, I believe, product. So this will bring up second down, get the sticks settled at the 30-yard line. Second down and 8, 7:35 to play. Clock rolling here, fourth quarter, 41-14. Erie with the lead. Thompson.
Wow.
Going to sling it downfield, had a man open and just a little too tall down the seam.
He had him.
Little too much air on the football, and that sailed incomplete. And will now bring up third down.
Yeah, that ball there, bring it down just a little. That is 6 points.
So the incompletion brings up third down, and looking ahead, Cobras at the Steel City Bobcats next week. The Express are at the Beaver County Arctic Bengals.
Yes.
If the Bengals are listening, send me some gear. Two receivers out to each side. Thompson takes the snap, three-step drop. Has a receiver open, and he put it on his face mask, and he couldn't complete the catch at the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
That's going to bring up fourth down.
Man, when he hit the turf, it came loose. Nice pass, nice effort to try to catch it, but he couldn't control it. Yep.
The ball was right there, right in front of the face mask, but it's not always about catching it. It's about completing the catch.
Yeah, absolutely.
So fourth down from the 30-yard line. Need to get to the 22 for a first down. 6.5 minutes to play. Clock rolling here in tonight's fourth quarter. on this Tri-Point Football League Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio.
Yep.
Again, a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what's.
High Judge came off the sideline to the field. All right, a little bit of a malfunction with the clock that will get corrected here shortly.
It does what it wants to. Yeah.
I've done a lot of things over the years with football, but that's one I've never tried.
And it seems like it's
Yes,
stuck.
Dave, yes, you have. You were thrown into the fire to do a couple of games when you had never done it before, at the collegiate level, I might add.
Which was quite fun.
So while we have a moment, we'll get to the story after this play. Two receivers go to each side, running back to the right of Thompson on 4th down in about 6 to go.
Here you go. He's got it.
Thompson back to throw.
Yeah, it was just
With
hesitating.
time. Down the seam, and that ball knocked away and incomplete. A turnover on downs at the 10-yard line. So, Dave, as you know, I was just a couple years ago, I do games for Grove City College during the fall as well, high school games with you. Dave decides to come with me to a game, and we're just kind of hanging out in the press box, and we find out one of the students that normally runs the clock was unable to attend the game. So my boss and my friend of 25 years turns to Dave and said, "Have you ever run the clock before?" And Dave says, "No." He says, "You are now," and he proceeds to teach Dave how to run the clock. Like, we're talking a half hour before a Division III college football game. He sat in the chair and he did a great job.
Ran the clock. Yeah. Clock, score, down, distance, everything.
Did it all, man.
Did it all.
He is the
And it wasn't, and Mark, it wasn't a half hour. It was more like 10 minutes.
Yeah, my initial thought was 10 minutes, and I was like, give you a little extra on top. So after the turnover on downs, the ball goes back to the Express, who look to still have the ones out there with 6:44 to play and a 41-14 lead.
Yeah.
But we know they're a little banged up at the quarterback spot. That's why we saw Brandon Hanna
See if
today.
they're just run the ball, yeah.
They will run it on first down right up the middle across the 40 and out near the 45-yard line. And getting that carry is Gary Williams. They've gone to their third running back in Gary Williams.
Right. Yeah, if you're not going to tackle him, he's sure going to go and score.
So Williams picks up the first down with the football out to the 45-yard line with 6:18 clock running here in tonight's fourth quarter.
Yeah, now it's just you're gonna have to regroup and get ready for next week. You can't let this linger, but one thing teams got to understand: you don't give up. Just you definitely have to try to play that string of the rest of the game out, and look for some good positive things to happen in that time, and build off of it.
Take that momentum into practice for next week.
Yeah, you got to build off of something.
Two running backs in the backfield, surrounding Brandon Hanna with two receivers right, one to the left side. Hanna letting the game clock run down, waiting for the back judge to raise his arm. He'll take the snap. They will run it with a new ball carrier. That looked like 42. That is, check that's 12. That's Shai Pledger, who also has played some wide receiver tonight. That's why, as I mentioned earlier, they list a lot of these guys as athletes because
they play
you don't know where they're going to line up sometimes.
They put them anywhere.
So second down and about 9 now for the Express. Under 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter.
Yep, these guys.
We see Erie starting to take their time in the huddle, starting to take their time at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that way to just burn the clock on out here and run it all the way down before they snap the ball. This is how you do it, Mark. You show up at the big game.
41-14 Erie with the lead and the football from their 46-yard line. Hannah gives the ball to Pledger at the tailback spot, and he's going to be pulled down after about 2-yard gain. It's going to bring up now 3rd down and about 7 to go.
Well, this game was all about the second half because they came out and were ready to play and did what they needed to do, capitalize on what they needed to capitalize on, and they just dominated this second half of football.
Was it execution, or was it adjustments, or was it a combination of the two?
I think a combination of the two, and then I just believe, to me, it looked like the Cobras was just completely flat, which I don't understand. It came out, did not execute well, did not pay attention to detail. When you don't do that, usually you do have an array of different things happening, and that's what happened to them this second half.
3rd down and 7. 2 receivers go to each side of the formation from their 49-yard line. Hannah to throw it. Has time. Steps up in the pocket. He is going to be collapsed on and sacked back at the 40-yard line. And risky to throw the football there.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have a lot of depth at the quarterback position. That sack all the way back to the 40-yard line. That's a loss of 9 and brings up 4th down.
Yeah, and he didn't look to, closer game. He might have looked to try to get outside, look for somebody to throw to. He basically just conceded the sack. This game is completely out of hand, and kind of surprised that he's even still in the game, that they just wouldn't have somebody else that can hand the ball off,
So Nathan Lazan to punt the football away. Single returner standing back at his 25-yard line for the Cobras with 2.5 minutes to play in today's game. Again, taking some time off the clock. Back judge raises his arm. And now we will get ready. As the game clock approaches 2 minutes, and snap is a good one. Kick is away. Lazan's kick is going to check up at the 35-yard line, and it will roll about an extra yard to the 34-yard line. And with 1:50 to play in this 4th quarter, Cobras will have a possession of the football.
Yeah, they'll have to see what they can do, or whether they just we'll see if they go ahead and try to move down the field and get something, or would they just concede this game and just run the clock out?
Cobras bringing the offense back out onto the field with Thompson, who's gone all the way at quarterback here tonight from Brooklyn High School.
Yeah, they're going to definitely have to regroup. That's the key.
Make their way to the huddle as the game clock is under 2 minutes at 1:48 to play in the 4th quarter. They'll break the huddle, come to the line.
And here we're going to see what they're going to do with this here. Well, they're lining up as if they're going to try to do something to move down the field, which they should. Try to execute.
Thompson takes the snap, swings it out. Receiver makes the catch, gets a block across the 40, spins down to the 45-yard line. That's close to, and they will say it is a 1st down. That's Emmett Calhoun on the reception.
Yeah, it looked like they took it back a yard from his mark. I thought they gave it to him, but it looked like it's 2nd and maybe a yard.
Yep, now they're going to move the ball back up to the 45-yard line.
Yep. Anyway, what we got down to 117. Yeah, they're not showing no urgency to try to score, so I was thinking they may try to get something going, see if they can get a score in there. But it doesn't look like they're doing that.
2 receivers to each side. Single back into the backfield is Javon Washington to the left of Thompson. Thompson takes the snap, gives the ball to Washington, hesitates, and it's going to be knocked down at the line of scrimmage. And
he might have got to that 1st down, but
no, they gave him the first already.
Oh, did they give it to him?
Right, so that was
okay.
a second down snap. Excuse me, that was a first down snap for no gain.
Yeah, I don't even know if they'll get another playoff. They might allow this to run out.
So under 30 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter.
See if I don't see much urgency out of there. See how fast they come out. Yeah, I think they might get this to be the last play here.
Two receivers go to each side of the formation. Thompson takes the snap. Pass is going to be caught across the 50 to the 45, still on his feet and continuing to drive across the 40 and down to the 39-yard line. And that is going to do it for this game here this afternoon.
Yeah, that's what you didn't want.
Let's
go to the other hat. Let's go to the other sideline. Keep it smooth. That's how you got to do it. Don't worry about the pushing. The game is over.
So the teams will head to midfield. And our final score here this afternoon is Erie 41 and Cleveland 14. With the win, the Express are now 6-0 and 4-0 in the Tri-Point Football League. The Cobras drop to 3-3 and 3-1 in the Tri-Point Football League. We'll take our final timeout, come back and wrap this one up. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras Broadcast Network on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday 10 to 4 and Saturday 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
Catch sports talk around the clock in the Valley on the iMedia One Network, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast.
Wrapping things up here from Brooklyn High School, home of the Hurricanes at Brooklyn Memorial Stadium. Mark Means, Dave Clark, Dave Ferris. A final score this evening. The Cobras suffered their first loss in the Tri-Point Football League, falling 41-14. As we look at this game, it was the Cobras that got behind early. A pair of Smith touchdown runs by the Express of 30 and 36 yards put the Express out to an early 14-point lead. But credit to the Cobras, Dave, they responded with 2 touchdown passes. Thompson to Wise, Thompson to Daniel, 26 and 34 yards, and they were able to tie it up at 14 heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and that's what I said. We've seen a very, very competitive first half that showed a tale of 2 quarters. One for the Erie in the first. Second quarter was all Cobras.
3 unanswered touchdowns in the third quarter by the Express. Brandon Hanna's 19-yard touchdown pass gave them a 21-14 lead. Hanna would then plunge it in from 6 yards out. Extra point made it 28-14. A fumble recovery by the Express defense brought back about 54 yards for a touchdown, made it 35-14. And then Hannah, a 26-yard touchdown pass to Singleton. The two-point conversion was no good, bringing us to our final score of 41-14. And Dave, now for the Cobras, it's about regrouping and putting their focus towards the Steel City Bobcats.
Yeah, and you have to get focused for that. Get ready. Put this one behind us. Nothing you can do about this one, but you know what you got to work on. You got to get your execution right and get ready for the Bobcats. I think they're on the road for 2 weeks straight. So they got to be focused and ready to get right back on that winning trail once again.
So that is going to do it for us here from Brooklyn. Big thank you to, of course, Cobras owner Jesse Caldwell and the coaching staff, and, of course, Paul Pennington and the great folks over with the Express that I've had a chance to work with the last couple of weeks. We appreciate all of their efforts. We, of course, have to thank Dave, who not only drove but engineered, produced, and did his best to make us sound as good as we could.
Yeah, and he always does an excellent job, so I love it. And you have to sit in between the two Daves, so we don't allow you to act up.
No, absolutely not. And we don't know if we will be back again together in the semi-pro season, but if not, we'll be back together on Western Reserve Radio for that first Thursday of high school football, Walsh Jesuit in Ursuline. That should be a barn burner.
Yeah, right off the bat, so I'm looking forward to that for sure.
For Dave and Dave, my name is Mark Means. Final score this afternoon, Erie 41 and the Cleveland Cobras 14. You've been listening to Cleveland Cobras football on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network. Have a great night, everyone.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.